Coming to you live.
Get ready for an unforgettable experience. Are you ready? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get hype!
Yeah. Late night hype crew. We back. Unexpectedly, really. Wasn't sure what was going to happen here, but we are here. Some news about CeeDee Lamb. I got to call him that now. He's no longer CeeDee. We'll talk about it. Come on. The hype chat's already hype. But y'all know, lately we got to make sure they can hear y'all.
Yeah, cram.
So let me know, nation, what's going on all. I am one of the hosts, Skywalker Still. To the left of me, Well, to y'all, actually. I guess that's what, to the right of y'all? I don't know. It's crazy. Law Nation. On the other side, Big Game James. Everything remains the same, as Law likes to say. But y'all got to talk, though, so they can know.
Yeah. Well, let me jump in here. I want to give all my shout-outs to my peoples. That y'all can give your shout-out to y'all's peoples. Let's run it all in. Let me give a shout-out to my members that are in here right quick. My guy Muggs Maxwell came in with the $20 holla.
Really?
He's my Big Game James Deluxe. And then I got KMT 72 with the Biggie level shooting in, checking in. And then I got TC Live with the Big Game James Supreme level coming in, checking in. So just want to give a shout out to my peoples that are in here right now and everybody else who's in there as well. Stephen Arthur, Jamie O'Dea, El Jaffe, David Jenkins, who else we got in there? John Matthews, Javier Hormosilla, I think. If I said that correctly, I might be wrong on that. Jim Laws, Mucho Boom, and let's go. Tell me y'all's people over there.
Yes, and speaking of Laws, shout out to Jim Laws over here on the YouTube world and all of the people over here on Facebook. We got a Corey, we got a London, we got a Mendoza. You know how that name goes, right? Shout out to you and James Black, not Big Game James, but James Black over here, JB,
That's Little
Terrence,
Game James?
Jonathan, yes, David. Yeah, it's still everything else remained the same. You know how it goes, Alvin Jones, everybody, Justin jumping off the top rope with the $2 holla. Really
$2
appreciate
holla.
you. Rue Glock over here, R&P. Hey, we got everybody, and I got to say hello to the lovely lady. Miss
Hello,
Jackie.
hey,
Everybody say,
WWE
hey, Miss
fans.
Jackie.
Hey,
Remember-
Miss Jackie.
Remember
And,
Val Venus?
Everybody. Yeah, salute.
Hello, ladies.
Close the door.
Hey, man, got a couple shout-outs on my side here. Swaggy D, Jawan Isom, welcome to the Avenger Members Club. Thank you, brother. Appreciate
There
you.
you go.
Giannis, Clifford, DHC in the building. My man Swaggy, of course, David Jenkins, Stu Wood, man. What's going on, man? Stevie Mack, my mod. Thank you for everybody for being in here. Cowboys fan 91 and Aaron Lewis. What is up? We up in this
Gang,
thing.
gang.
How about them birds? Hey, in here,
Oh,
man.
no,
How can
man,
we
we ain't
allow-
worried
Jonathan
about
on-
that.
How
We
we
like-
can
What's up,
allow
Facebook?
the birds?
That's cool.
to
They love being in here because they still
cry,
crying and hurt because they
cry.
ain't got CeeDee, which we're going to be talking about. CeeDee, TD. Like, I think that one
TD.
announcer, he said it perfectly. CeeDee for TD. That's what
Ooh,
you're
I
just
like
going to be
that.
hearing.
What's my man's name? What's
TD.
our play-by-play's name? I always forget his name.
Oh, Gus Johnson, him.
No,
Gus
not
Johnson.
that's not our play-by-play. Y'all help me
No,
out in
I'm
the chat.
saying he's that one that be bringing that flame, but I don't know.
he's the Big 12.
Is that Sham or whatever?
Sham, yes, Sham. You know, Sham gonna say,
oh,
"Walk the
oh,
dog." You know,
Walk the dog.
No one rocks the dog like such and such.
He
Right,
gonna be
right.
walking that dog hopefully a lot this year with a him and Coop
that
and
dog
Gallup.
gonna-
Yeah.
He be tired.
Before we hop up
40
in
bucks.
Well,
there,
let's
though,
talk about the bad news first.
Yeah, about to say, before we hop
Yeah.
up in there though, we got some house cleaning, Big Game James. Let them know about the house clean a little bit.
All right, man. So we was supposed to have, sorry, folks, we were supposed to have Quincy Carter on tonight.
QC.
I had talked to him earlier this week. Everything was a go today. Some things had came up. Family is always first, so some things that came up, with his daughter with school and then her birthday. So it got kind of tight and just couldn't kind of freeze it through or couldn't make it. We did talk, briefly text back and forth. He said he was sorry that he was going to make it up. So we'll try to have happen later this week or next week. But we will get him back on. Do apologize about that. But like I said, hey, family is first and you got to take care of that. So we will get him back on here. We had him on here before and, it was on dark and you couldn't see. So we were trying to get that protection a little
It was on
better
dark
when we had
mode.
him on this time.
You got to turn
Yeah.
the contrast down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's all right. We'll get him back on. And like I said, I apologize. But, what can you do?
Hey, it's just how it goes, man. Family is always
First, the house
first.
said too busy smoking blunts.
No, I'm staying out of that. Okay.
You said it, not me.
Oh,
You
y'all
said
wrong.
it,
Y'all
not me.
wrong.
Gee. But shout out to Quincy Carter, man.
Shout
That
out to
one
Quincy.
year he went 10-6. That was a year. That was a year, right?
I remember watching him.
Right.
Thought he was gonna be the guy.
Y'all, man, yeah, listen. We gotta find out some type of membership so they can hear our uncut.
Oh, if you would have heard
conversation,
that backstage today, you would have loved that.
because y'all talking
Would've paid
right.
a lot of
I'm
money
just
to hear
thinking
that
about.
You'd have paid a lot of money to hear what I said.
Oh, what's going on, though, chat, man? They are funny. I'm
You
probably
would have
gonna be
paid a
laughing at
lot
this
of
thing all
money
day
to hear what I said.
But just know that you learn more from your failures than your success. Cowboy
Yes.
Nation,
Yes.
and more times that we fall, we learning. And that's just how it goes. That's life.
Indeed, man.
Mhm.
Indeed. With
Yeah.
that said, though,
Mhm.
I'm not sure. I think I might be more disappointed in our fan base today.
Mhm.
I
on
know you
social
was
media.
going ham
They
on
they
it.
got me. They got
You
to
was
me.
going ham
They
on
got
it.
to me, fam.
This
What
motherfucker
happened?
made like
They got to
22 tweets today.
22?
22 tweets.
Hey.
Go ahead and make 25 so I can say it got 25.
Go ahead and tweet
lighters
us some
on
more
the
because he
dresser.
got hot as hell.
Yes,
I knew it.
sir.
I was like, damn, I almost wanted to delete my tweet about it.
Damn, I'm bad.
What did he say? What did he
Man,
say?
this dude, you already know what he said.
No, he
You know
don't.
how I already felt.
What did he say?
Y'all do
About
know
them.
how I felt.
I mean, he said, okay.
I don't care about
Is
this damn number, bro.
He
but
don't
I'm-
care
but-
about the damn number. He don't care about the 80. All he's going to care about touchdowns. And I
What's
feel
the number I care about, universe?
touchdowns.
Six.
Six.
6 points.
That's all I care
feel
about.
you. But can I just plead my part before? Can I just plead my part?
Plead your case, fam.
Okay, here's this. I'm pleading my case with the 88. Okay, I get it. It is just a number. And at the end of the day, when he puts it on, he's scoring touchdowns. I ain't gonna give a hell. I ain't gonna be like, oh damn, he's scoring that touchdown. He got the 88 jersey when Dez should be having on. I don't give a hell about that.
Okay.
It's just the fact when I saw Drew Pearson, I saw Michael Irvin, and I saw Dez Bryant, and I seen how the 88 became. And I remember when Irvin went to Dez, and it was almost like that was that big brother thing, that father-son thing. You could see they kind of matched, and everybody wanted that 88 for him because he was that aggressive type receiver. He was that dog. Michael Irvin and him were the same. So you saw 88 going hand in hand with Dez. You feel me? And now it ain't even about him getting it back or anything like that. When I watch CeeDee Lamb, I don't see CeeDee Lamb like a Michael Irvin. I don't see a CeeDee Lamb like a Dez Bryant. I don't even see a CeeDee Lamb maybe like a Drew Pearson. CeeDee Lamb is like in a class by itself as far as what I'm talking about. Not saying like they ain't dope. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying as far as when you look at the body type, I think Botch made a tweet about it, and that's what I was feeling like. It's just something about when you look at CeeDee Lamb, he looked like a 10. Like when you saw Dez, he looked like an 88. When I look at CeeDee, he looked like a 10. He looked like a DeAndre Hopkins, that long, lanky type receiver. 10 was just fitting him. And plus, it's like now he got the 88. Now we're gonna talk about that all the damn time because he got the damn 88. If you had the 10, we wouldn't even be talking about no more. We'd just be talking about CeeDee Lamb. But now since he got the 88, we're gonna talk about this once again. And God forbid if anything happened, that thing is always gonna hold over his head because that's how Cowboys fans are.
Yeah, but you
I
know, we
appreciate
in a sales business, man. Jerry Jones is about selling
Donation. Sorry.
donations. See, he's about that. He's about the selling of the tickets and the donation for the nation to help grow this thing. Shout out to you, Brandon Newkirk, for becoming a member. But I'm just want to tell you guys this with CeeDee, TD. It doesn't matter what jersey number he wears. As long as like we talking about like Skywalker still with the new field, saying that long as he puts 6 points on the board, it doesn't matter. Remember, you don't make the number. You make what you do out there on the field. The number don't make you. Now, of course.
So why'd you want him to have 88 then?
Hey. All I'm saying is he's 88 worthy. He's
See,
88
that's what I'm saying.
worthy.
See what I mean? You said that 80. You just said the number don't matter. So why you want to have
Not for
88
me.
then?
It don't matter.
It's just
Hello?
he just
Talk to
88
me.
worthy.
Why you want to say 88 worthy?
Well, wouldn't you
It's just a number.
What you want? Wilson Anger wear
'Cause you
88?
know.
What
'Cause you know.
What you want Cedric
I don't.
Wilson
You
to
know.
wear
I don't want to
88?
hear that. And people want to bring
did
up,
you feel
oh,
some type
Antonio
of way?
Brown wore 88 and blah. Man, so what? We know
Did
what
you
the hell
feel-
88 means
Did you
with
feel
Dallas.
some type of way when they gave this other boy?
I'm glad they going at it
tight
today, y'all.
Did you feel some type of way when they gave what's that tight end name? Dog is his name at the tip of my tongue. You know, did you feel some type of way? Like, man, get that jersey off of him. Just
Who?
like we felt like when Tristan Hill put on that 79. Did you feel some type of way? Get that number off you.
I mean, but only
Get
time
that
I really
number
felt,
off.
really felt some type of way is when Cheeto wore 33, Tony Dorsett. I felt
Right.
instantly get that. That's my all-time favorite player with the Cowboys. So don't you wear that shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just like if
Well-
all of a sudden week 1, Antoine Barbecue Woods put on 74.
Nobody's wearing
you don't-
8 and
you don't-
22.
But if somebody put on 74 right now, Antoine Barbecue Woods wear 74, what would you do?
Oh man, I wouldn't
You'll be like,
I
hey,
wouldn't like it at
he
all.
ain't worthy. He ain't worthy.
I wouldn't
for
like it at all.
Somebody
That's all I'm
donated
saying.
$8.88 and said as long
Hey,
as
get
they
that
don't
888 over here because I'm repping it. Remember, I'm trying to save it.
Time out. He said as
Brand
long as they
new
don't touch 22, they listening to the nation. See how they switch Jalen outside linebacker. Big game. He is 88 worthy.
He's
Okay.
88
I never
words.
said it. Did y'all hear me say he wasn't 88 worthy?
No,
word
you're right.
did y'all hear me say he wasn't 88 worthy. What I'm saying is I wanted him to make his own mark. Now he has that pressure with that 88 on his back. And don't tell me it's not true. Now there is a pressure with that 88. If you had the 10 on him, he's just playing free and balling. Now you got that 88 on him. Now you have all these stupid ass expectations on him that don't need him. Let him just be damn CeeDee Lamb and let him just ball like he won. You feel me?
It's the Dallas Cowboys. We made headline news because the wide
you didn't have to
receiver
do it though.
picked
They
the
didn't have
number.
to
What's
do
your
it.
comment?
I
A
know.
wide receiver
I
picked
know.
the number.
We
and
don't
the
care,
ESPN talking about it.
but you
They
didn't
not
have to do
talking
it.
about- They not talking
They didn't have
about
to do it though.
They ain't talking about who's the guy that got drafted over there in Cincinnati land. They ain't talking about him.
They're
They ain't
talking about
Chase
Cleveland
Young.
though. In Cleveland, they drafted that tackle, and I guess what was that tackle they drafted? He can't get Joe Thomas's number.
I
Well,
don't know. Was it Andrew
I don't
Thomas?
know, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. The
Georgia.
offensive lineman, their top pick.
From
They
Georgia.
say you can't get Joe Thomas's number.
Miss
not
Jackson
And like I said, this
thank
ain't
you.
about
Thank
that.
you, Big
All
Game
I'm
James.
saying is
Yeah.
I just want him to be able to make his own mark without all the expectations of 88 over his back. Let him just play football, man. Let him just blend with Amari Cooper. Let him
Impossible.
just blend with Gallup. It could be
When
possible
you
if
the
you flex that 10 on him, though,
when
dog.
when you the 17th overall pick
know
for
what?
the Dallas Cowboys, your name is going to be plastered out throughout the world. And on top of that, people
know that.
through his
Willie, I
gameplay, people
agree.
gonna say, "Man, it's gonna be kept on being brought up and brought up and brought up." Man, they should have gave that man 88. They should gave the man 88 because people were saying that about Michael Gallup,
Listen.
and he was drafted in the 3rd round.
Listen, for me, I agree with Willie. Willie said a year from
Yeah,
now
what
we're
up?
going to realize how silly this conversation is. But it is a conversation right now, and for me, y'all know I'm blunt, and so I'm blunt. It is what it is. I don't care about the 88-10. He could wear 69 for all I care, right? But I will give my input on this. Big Game
Right.
James, I feel you.
Right.
That's what's crazy. Like, I don't care about the jersey, but when you break it down in a historical sense the way you did, I can understand why people like you have that feel towards the jersey number. And I don't
Right.
when I am the way I am on Twitter, I don't mean to be. I'm sarcastic. It is what it is,
Right.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's some people on there that are really going to the extreme. I'm talking like going way past. They're just going to the extreme about this thing.
Hell
But we're
yeah.
just conversating about it. At the end of the
Right.
day, we don't care. But there are a lot of people that really do.
Right.
We really don't care. Just get 6 points and win the damn game. But this is
Right.
obviously dividing this fan base for some odd reason.
Right.
However, if this is the only thing we're going to be divided on, I'm good with that. But right now, I'm good with that. But I get the historical sense in it, you're right? And you're right. He does not look like your prototypical Michael Irving, Des Bryant physical style of play. He does look slithery. He does look like DeAndre Hopkins, right? That's who he looks like. So a 10 would have looked better on him. However, we got to stop acting like 88 is untouchable. It's not.
Right.
The guy has given it to multiple players, and usually he's right more often than he's wrong. We got the Antonio, and we get it, right? Antonio Bryant was bad. But here's the thing that confused me. If I'm not mistaken, I had to go back and do some research. Des Bryant, this happened to Des.
Right.
This exact same thing happened to Des Bryant. Jerry Jones said, "You are wearing 88." The difference is Jerry Jones decided to come out with this silly story. Okay, I agree with that. That's stupid. The whole he's going to wear the 88 because of his, I shouldn't say stupid. I don't want to make light of anybody's death, or friend's death. But why, Jerry? If you want him to wear 88, just say you want him to wear it for the legacy, man. You coming out telling me you want to wear it for one of your friends that passed, one of your college teammates? That's not cool, right? That's not cool. At the end of the day, though, it don't bother me none, and it shouldn't bother Jeremy Lamb, CeeDee Lamb, Sedadrian Lamb none. because 88 it's a gift to wear that in this organization. And who's to say, Irvin or somebody didn't sit him down, even listening to Jerry Jones, a young kid listening to Jerry Jones talk about the history of 88. He didn't say, you know what? I want that pressure. I want to wear 88. I want to be the best 88 that ever wore 88, right? Who's to say he didn't? We
that's
don't know.
The way he should look at
we
it.
don't know what, we're assuming that Jerry just said, you going to wear it and that's the end of that. We don't know if the bruh said, you know what, I want it. I'll step up to the plate, because nobody asked him that prior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's the reality that he should look at it as. When my brother, I had an older brother, he won all of the GPA awards. He won all of the fastest in the actual Natchez High. And then I sat there and told my brother, he was like 5 years older than me. And I said, man, I'm going to beat all of your records. I'm going to beat all your records. That's what I kept telling him. I'm coming. And guess what? I didn't beat all of them, but my sure will and determination got me to most of them, majority of them. And it's all because of the pressure, because I had two older brothers that were before me, and I sit there and told them, I'm coming. When I come, I'm going to leave a mark behind that everybody know that this Thomas right here going to keep the promise. You see, so I want CeeDarius, what's his name again? CeeDarius Lamb. CeeDarius Lamb to look at it like this. Yes, the weight of the world, the pressure is on me, but I'm going to be the best. I'm better than a Michael Irvin. I'm better than a Dez. I'm better than Drew. And guess what? If he don't have that mentality, I don't want him. If he sit there and say, I'm not better than those dogs, I don't want him there. He should come up to this platform and say, hey, with this 88, people going to remember it as being a lamb. Agreed. Because I'm going to come through here and rake through all of this stuff.
I agree,
and
man.
Wish somebody can say, okay, they're gonna try to want this jersey after me, because after I'm gone, nobody gonna wear this jersey.
I agree. Hey, real quick,
tell me this.
Quick shout outs.
Who can put on number 12 right now? Who can put on number 12?
Real quick though, Joshua, thank you for becoming a Defender member. And then I got a couple donations here. $5 from B Bird. He said, "Big Game James is right. Dez Mike won at 88. CeeDee didn't." And then I Am Sheepdog said Jerry wanted him to wear 88 in honor of his football teammate named Lamb, like we said, that recently passed. No big deal, peeps. Those guys said that.
Right.
But yeah, Dez Bryant was not. He didn't pick 88, fam. Jerry said he was wearing 88. And then all the conversations had with Mike and stuff. I guarantee you, Pearson and Michael Irvin are going to talk to CeeDee Lamb. They're going to talk to him. It's going to happen, right? But it's not like as soon as he was picked, they wanted in front of him and said, 88 or 10? Which one? Why? You know what I'm saying? They asked him, yo, which number would you think you want to wear in the NFL? Well, my favorite player is DeAndre Hopkins, number 10. Like, he didn't think, it wasn't like he's putting a bunch of thought into that. And then after that came out, then the article with Jerry Jones talking about, well, I know he wants to wear number 10, but my buddy died. His last name was Lamb. And then all of a sudden it's, Jerry's going to force this on him, which if it feels like that, and it probably is, but we don't know the conversation, right? We don't know what Lamb said when he was presented with the chance to wear 88. We're acting like 88 is number 19, fam. No offense to Cooper, but it's a prestigious number. Why everybody getting all caught up if you wear it or not? I don't know. That's just me.
I mean, that's what it is, when you have the history of the NFL, the numbers just pop off and crazy. But like I said, at the end of the day, I could give a hell as long as he's out there being healthy, producing, doing what he needs to do. I could really give a hell. If we're looking at the scope of what we're going to just say, we're talking about this situation. My thing is, I just didn't want the added pressure of, yeah, you're 88. Okay. Yeah, you got to be this person. You already can be that. You get what I'm saying? And so many people, so many of the I shouldn't say weirdo fans, but there's some people that are over the top with that kind of stuff. Just be doing that. I don't want to be hearing that. Just let CeeDee play ball.
Yeah, I agree with the aspect of him just playing ball. I want the kid to do that, the young lad to go out there and just play ball. But unfortunately, this team is going to be talked about from left to right, up and down, regardless of whether or not he wear number 1, 2, 3, or 1 through 90.
Very great
99. It's just going to be talked about. And Jerry Jones is about the aspect of selling jerseys and selling seats. And from my understanding, the players get a cut of all jerseys that's sold. And I think that 88, in my opinion, probably will sell a little bit more than number 10, just because of the legacy aspect of it.
Did you see the kind of an argument, not argument, but point saying that if he would have did 10, it would have sold more because they say most Cowboy fans already got 88.
True, but shoot, they don't have that lamb on top of it.
Right,
you know?
right.
Sorry, I want to give a shout out to my guy Cody Reed for the $2 holla. He just became a member yesterday. He's a Biggie level member, so shout out to you, Cody Reed.
Thank you,
Biggie level member for the $2 holla. Apologize for the interruption.
No.
We got to shout out
to Tony, man, for making the
shout out to
$10 salute, man. Really appreciate you, man. 10 get you in. Really appreciate. He said much love to all of the panel, and really
What up,
appreciate
looking
you,
crazy?
man.
Thank you. Let's put this to bed by saying this, Cowboy Nations. Can we all agree that maybe 2 or 3 things here? One, the fact that the argument right now is about a goddamn jersey number, is a positive thing for the Cowboys right now, because previous years we've been pissed off about the draft, pissed off about somebody being suspended, contract crap, whatever. So number one, let's all agree this is actually a good thing, in comparison to the last few years.
Last like 5 years.
Number two,
we had a suspension. We had like a suspension like 4 or 5 years in a row.
Like
defensive
7
player,
dating all the way back to like 2012 or some crap. But number two, at the end of the day, this is a very minute issue, something that should not be sitting on Cowboys fans' minds for months and weeks and days at a time. It shouldn't, right? All right, he's wearing 88. You didn't want him to because the number is prestigious, but it's something to easily get over with. And remember, we have CeeDee Lamb.
right?
Right. We don't have numbers. We have CeeDee Lamb.
Okay, we got CeeDee Lamb. That should be it. That's the tweet, right?
Yeah.
So that's number two. Like, let's not forget that we got a great player. Number be damned, and teams is gonna have trouble defending him. Okay, so those are a few things I think we all can agree upon. Is the whole number situation. Yes, you can hate it, you can like it, whatever. At the end of the day, we got him. And two, this is a small thing. You should be able to get over it very quickly.
Yeah, true.
Anyway,
that, man.
We did have something else that was a pretty heated debate last couple of days, and it's the cornerback situation.
Cornerbacks.
Cornerback safety, whatever, how you want to call it. But I got one last thing on this, another donation, $5 for my man, I Am Sheepdog. He says, I wonder how fast Jerry going to start selling 88 Lamb jerseys. They're being sold now.
They already been sold. Before it was even printed on Twitter, they already had the jersey out with 88 Lamb.
Tyrone with the $2.
That's how quick it was.
Tyrone with the $2 says, wait, I'm mad about my QB not signing. Drizzy Drew, I'm going to say this. I'm going to tell you this here, Drizzy Drew. I'm not sure which chat box you're in here. He says, read my comments, my guy. You can't, if you just keep saying read my comments, that's not going to get us to read the comments. You got to put the actual comment. And you said you donated. I'm not sure who you donated in, but if it's a super chat, we will stop and read your super chat.
We sure will.
Okay. Or
we always read hollers.
All right. So
matter of fact, let's get some more hollers popping.
I just wanted to get that out.
Holla.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on, man, to some actual football stuff.
Damn cornerbacks.
Cornerback and outside
linebacker.
linebacker.
Whole new world.
What's going on with it? Because I got a feeling, and I'll get into mine. But what do y'all think is happening here? This is a whole lot of
changing of the guard, like I made the video yesterday. A changing of the guard. Now, we seen where Chris Richard, and you posted, you retweeted on your Twitter, Skywalker, and I posted. I had it actually on my show last night about how they Bobby Belt and James Slater interviewed that defensive back coach.
Yeah, Clay Mag, man.
And
dog
what he was talking about, the technique that they were playing and how they had to stay that way no matter what. And saying basically it felt like the defense was once again handcuffed. And just when you just see how that was going on, Richard loved to talk cornerbacks, but it seems like there wasn't the go after the ball. It was basically defend the ball, knock the ball down, make sure you're in the offensive players' way, more like that, where you see now it feels like you got an aggressive cornerback who is a press man, and that's what I think that's the changing of the guard, because it was a lot of cover 2 or cover 3. I think when you've seen the draft picks of Diggs, you've seen the draft picks of Robinson, you got Kennedy, you just picked up Worley, you got Savion Smith, you got those guys are all about
tall
6'1"
boys.
above, and they're all press man corners. You can see where that change in the guard is going, because as I said before, when you have a press man, you can do so many different things as far as your defense. You can disguise different things because you're press man. You can bail out at the last second. You can confuse the quarterback. And that's what I heard Mike Nolan saying, that he wants the quarterback to be confused. He doesn't want the quarterback to understand what they're doing. Just like how we was listening to Kellen Moore saying he doesn't want the defense to get a beat on him. I believe that's what Mike Nolan's saying, because he says you got these top cornerbacks. We're figuring out our defense and just taking us right down the field like easy, because they understand the concept of what we're doing, because we're saying in the same thing over and over each play, and they're not changing up and making it easy for these quarterbacks. And now I believe we're going to have an aggressive attitude where we're going to make it uncomfortable for this quarterback and not let them just sit there and pick us apart.
Yes, that's some good facts there, man, for you all, man. Good, healthy facts, too. It makes your teeth white, man. Big Game James, man. I'm telling you, man, you giving all of these facts out here, man. People going to have some shiny teeth out here, man. Hey, look, when you talk about cornerback play, it's one of those crucial positions, whereas you got to be physical with the wide receivers. You can't give up the cushion, especially knowing that the pressure of the front four is going to get there. I think that for many of years we played 2 lax. Remember cover 2, Big Game James, you coach, you know for sure that you going 9 times out of 10. You're going to run out. You're going to run and do what? Cover 2 defense, because that's the natural defense that's easy for younger kids to pick up. Not a lot of thinking out there.
I was blitzing the hell out of you when I coached.
Well, see, I've got you Big Game James.
I'll blitz the shit out of you as a coach.
But you blitz, but a lot of people didn't. You know,
right.
Your contemporaries, the opposition that you played against, they didn't blitz as much. But they played the comfortable cover 2 because that was something that the kids was able to pick up. And what I'm saying is that this team, we were the most successful blitzing team in the NFL for the last 2 or 3 years. You know why? Because when we got home, and the opposition was saying, whoa, they blitzing? But we rarely did it, okay? So now we got a new philosophy. Now we got guys that's 6 foot and 6'1" out there that can redirect, chuck, and disengage, what have you, or put the person down. And with that height aspect of it, the wide receivers got to think, the quarterback got to think before they throw. That's keeping the ball in the possession with the hands of the quarterback an extra tick of a second, meaning that would create more turnovers and takeaways. I love the new philosophy of what this team is doing, and what I believe is what I said earlier, Big Game James. You know what that is?
What's that?
There was this movie that came out a couple of years ago. It was Superman. And what they had to do is Kal-El, you know how the Superman story go. They came to the planet Earth and they said, we're gonna turn this planet into our solar system, until our universe. They had to do what we call terraform, meaning they had to erase everything that was naturally with this planet before they could start building their own community or what have you. What we saw with this defense, they got rid of all of the defensive coaches. The only coach that remained the same was Leon Big Cat Lett. You know, they let him stay because he was pretty good with the positions out there as it relates to positions, those skills, or what have you. But everybody else gone. The philosophy is gone. So whatever we thought about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or last year,
different.
It's gone. We getting height and size out there with prominent key positions. Chris Richard came into the fold. And what I said earlier today is that your name's supposed to be your name. He didn't go out there. Name me one player that he got in the earlier rounds to fit his scheme or system. I'll wait.
Nah, he inherited his guys.
Yeah, he inherited everybody. So that's why I fought Chris Richard, because he didn't get no tools to get out there to work with these guys. Those were somebody else's parts. And when he had the chance and the opportunity, he said, nah, Papa Rob Marinelli, you can make the decision. Go ahead and pull the trigger on Tristan. When he could have came out there and said, you know what, my name is on this. My legacy is on this. Let me get my one thorn here. Give me a toy.
Let me kind of maybe give some perspective to why I think it was just a messed up situation with Rashard and Rob Marinelli. Rashard coaches a type of technique and a type of scheme, in my opinion, that's better for a team that emphasizes the pass rush. The Cowboys just didn't do that across the board under Rob Marinelli. Under Rob Marinelli as a defensive coordinator. If you look across the line throughout the last 5-6 years, it's been a bunch of average guys, DeMarcus Lawrence, and they finally threw some real talent out there with Robert Quinn. But then when you look aside from them two, really, what has our defensive line really been? And when I don't want to call him soft, but when you have a softer technique, a softer scheme with the cornerbacks, you're not really doing press physical corner. You know what I mean? You're not doing press man all the time, and you're teaching a different technique with Chris Richard. You're going to get in trouble if you don't get home. Go look at Dallas's sack rate. Go look at it.
Okay,
it's not high. Pressure rate, yes, but they don't get home, which means it's going to be easy to complete these passes under Rob Marinelli's scheme. And let's not get it twisted. It was Rob Marinelli's scheme. Chris Richard was just calling the plays.
Yeah,
sure.
And we were finesse,
sure.
man. We were finesse. We had like pretty much one of those fast cars pulling some stuff, and that's not what they built for, and that's why teams were able to run on us. But when you look at the older system of the Seattle Seahawks, they still had Maybang. Remember big Maybang? Y'all Google how big that brother is.
Man, he's a big boy.
And Bang, they had Big Red up in there. They had the two pass rushers. They had Bennett.
They made sure their line was premium.
Yeah. Their line was always flush. It was always flush. Now
but they don't get all of the credit. It's like offensive line a little bit. They don't get the credit because those stat sheets would never show up on the big ticket.
But what you can't do is you can't bring in one guy's philosophy that is tailor made for a certain specific scheme in front of it, and then bring him with a guy where it's a totally different scheme. And expect that to mesh, for consistently. It didn't, man. It just didn't. Now, what I like about this defense of staff, and real quick, because there's been a couple donations here I'm missing.
Yeah,
Josh said Awuzie safety will be fire. We're about to get into that. I'm about to segue into that. Tyrone said real camp battles, not buddy system. That's my key phrase right there. There's no buddy systems, man. And Clifford said Taco was released today. Would you bring him for? Nope, I would not bring Taco back.
Nope.
I would
not for a cup of coffee.
Nope.
Not for nothing.
For what? He's not going to make the team.
I don't even really want to talk about Taco. I'm be honest with you.
Taco.
Taco.
Hey,
Go ahead, give your shout out real quick before I finish. Yep.
Okay, yes, sir. Shout out to my guy John Jones for the $10 holla.
Holla.
All right.
Did we get Drizzy?
And then also I got Corey Dickens with the $2 holla, and we'll talk about this. He says Cheeto Lewis, Cheeto Diggs, or Lewis Diggs. So that's some good stuff we can talk about. Also, Thurston Howe III with a $2 holla. And now, Mr. Pick and Pop has become a big BGJ Deluxe member just this moment. Salute to you. I will send you your gift. Today, I had to wake up Boo thing. She over there sleeping. She makes it all snazzy for you. So she going to get you right, and we about to have a good time, Pick and Pop. Thank you for your donation. Sorry about that, Skywalker.
Deluxe,
no. We got to make sure we get
Talk to me about that deluxe, man. That sounds good.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? When you go to Wendy's, you get the biggie. You feel me? You get the biggie, BG, get the deluxe. And then you feel me? Then you get like when you get the premium, when you get the supreme, you get that 3 topping with the extra bacon, like the Baconator with everything on it, and then it's fresh. And then when you chewing that big 3 sandwich with all that damn bacon on it, it's all crunchy, and then you eat them hot ass fries with it all at the same time. You get that big ass lemonade freshly squeezed and drink that shit. That stuff is good, dog.
So hungry. I gotta be hungry.
You feel me? I just had the feel of that when I was talking about it. So there we go. So if you want to jump on that train and you like to eat, just think about that when you want to join.
Just don't let Pick and Pop eat it all by himself, right?
Oh, man,
y'all go join Pick and Pop.
Go ahead, join Pick and Pop so you can all eat it. We can all be greedy. And with the $5 holla with Pick and Pop, come back with the $5 holla.
Kyle Williams said I'm hungry now.
I mean, did I describe it good, y'all?
Man, you did,
God.
man.
I'm about ready to go. I'll be right back.
Out here in these quarantine streets, boy, you gotta be hungry, bro.
About to go risk it all for that 10-piece
Right,
spicy
risk
nugget.
it all.
Oh,
for that
man. Risk it off for that damn
Take the
deluxe.
mask off. And get
Mask
that
off.
Man, go.
All right, man.
About to have me.
All
But
right,
listen,
go ahead, Scott, man. Yeah, this big game James' fault, man. We're talking
Yeah, that's
about
my fault. I'm sorry.
I want
My
transition
apologies.
though.
creative names. And stuff.
I want to transition because we're talking about the past. We're talking about the coaches of the past, but with the coaches now, the reason why I like what's going on is all these guys are on the same page.
All
They
right,
all want the same thing. Mike Nolan coached with Jim Tomsula for years. Mike McCarthy coached with Jim Tomsula before. Mike McCarthy has been around the league so long, he has a relationship with Mike Nolan, right? Al Harris was under Mike McCarthy, right? Like these guys all have an understanding of each other and all are on the same page. And you can see it in the way they are drafting, fam. Look at it. We want long physical press corners. Oh, but at the same time, we're gonna go out and get me some pass rushers too. We're gonna bring back Alden Smith, right? We're gonna go get Gerald McCoy, right? We're gonna beef up that front seven. We're gonna make sure our front is not gonna be the reason why we can't be aggressive, right? Yeah. So in order to be aggressive on the back end, you better get home. Okay, so they made an emphasis on that. And then you get Bradley Anai, later in the rounds. That is an amazing value.
Annihilator.
The Annihilator.
But the one position that I'm starting to kind of, my mind is spinning about, obviously, is safety. And we hear this Awuzie stuff, and me and you always been saying it. We love him back there. But somebody got me thinking. They kept saying, well, we don't got a box safety. We don't got a box safety. I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe they don't want a traditional box safety, y'all.
Oh.
Maybe because they want to play an aggressive style of defense, specifically at the line of scrimmage, across the line of scrimmage, not just the front four, but the corners. What do you have to have behind those corners if in case they get beat or in case they have an angle on them? You got to have cover guys back there.
Right.
You got to have cover guys back there. What strong safeties are we really? What box safeties are we bringing in?
Okay.
None.
Okay.
It's a bunch of cover. It's a bunch of coverage type of safeties back there right now. And now they're trying to bring back Awuzie. He would be considered a cover safety. He's physical, right?
Right.
He's physical, but he's not a box safety. We may not be playing a bunch of box style safety of defense this year. It just may not happen, y'all. We may be seeing a lot of that Vikings defense where they had basically two free safeties. Harrison Smith was a free safety his whole career.
Right.
He moved to strong safety last year. And what's the other one? Anthony Harris had 9 picks the last 2 years playing in Minnesota, playing back, right? So I didn't mean to go on, but I just want to give y'all something different to think about.
That's good stuff, man. I got 3 candidates that can probably fit into that role. But before I do that, shout out to JD, man, for making the $9.99 for your mind. Holla, really appreciate you. Yes, indeed. He said the new era is on right now. We on the road to not 6 but 9. Woo! And everybody sing happy birthday to Carson. Kaysen Chaney, he turned 19. Happy birthday to you. Come on. Happy birthday to you. Come on, Chaney. We're going to go to the Super Bowl because it's the birthday today, man.
Hey, and that's a great number because that's what my son just turned. My son just turned 19 on the 15th of this month, so definitely 19. Happy birthday to you.
So what's they zodiacs over here?
My son's an Aries.
Aries. Oh.
My other son is a Libra like me. His birthday is 2 days before mine.
Oh yeah, Andre.
Oh yeah. Hey, that track going
Libra gang.
Triple platinum. Shout out to Libra gang.
Libra gang. Peter North. Oh, y'all tripping, man.
It's all Aquarius. Hey, the Aquarius is over here rerunning things.
Oh no, man! Libra's in the house. Let's throw some zodiac signs up in here.
Put your zodiac.
Let's throw some zodiac.
Time out. Then where my Scorpios at, man?
Libra gang.
Scorpios in the building, fam.
Where my Libra gang at? I know where my Libra gang. We gang up in here.
Yeah. OVO up in the building. October's very own.
Up in here. Where my Libras at?
Scorpio.
Where my Libras at?
Now the Scorpio.
Where my OVO at?
My boo thing is Scorpio, Lord.
Boy,
Libra
they got a temper. Once you do them wrong, boy, they never forget.
Corey Dickens, Libra gang.
Oh my goodness.
What's y'all sign? What sign y'all repping?
Hey,
Scorpio,
the
baby.
sign out there is Aquarius. Look at it, Aquarius.
I ain't even know. I ain't have no
CC
look
Live,
at
Aries, Justin Cross, Scorpio.
Yeah,
I bet
Scorpio
there'd be
gang.
a lot
Yeah.
of Scorpio. It'd be a lot of Scorpios and Geminis too.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Hulk,
chat
Hulk,
box
Logan,
over there.
Leo.
Yeah, chat
Yeah.
snapping.
See, Martin Hitchens, Libra gang.
Libra. Hey, don't forget, y'all can tune in to this Fire Stick TV. This is a shameless plug.
It
but
really
you can
is
see your
on
stuff on the. You can see your stuff on the Fire
Yeah,
Stick TV
his
and the
shit is hot.
Roku's. You can see this show on those channels, man. I really appreciate you all. What were we talking about, man? What were we
Let's
talking
talk
about?
about defense real quick. Robin Salazar with the 199 said, Big Game James, he really wanted to win that hat yesterday, fam.
Oh yes, hey, I'm so sorry, but hey, did you have a good time with that? Yo, I gotta give my shout out to my guy. I don't remember the name, the first name, last name Miller. I did tell him I sent out the hat to him today.
Mhm.
It wasn't the dark one, it wasn't the fitted because the hat size didn't have the hat size, but I gave him a banging the gray one. Oh, it's hot, and I gave him a snapback, and it's hot. He's gonna like it. So what he's gonna do is, we played a game yesterday. I said, guess my son ages. He got it. It went ham. He got the hat. I sent it out to him today. I told him when he gets the hat, either take a picture with it on or take a picture with it in his hand. And we're gonna do a whole lot more of them damn giveaways, jerseys, maybe game tickets. We're just gonna have a freaking bunch of fun with that shit. Just giving back to what you guys have given to us.
That's dope, man. That's really
sir.
dope, man. I know what I was gonna
Tyrone,
say. The position of flex, man. People that can play the safety role as it relates to what you were talking about with the Vikings.
That's what we're hearing.
Yeah, well, Woozy, but before they make that situation, Woozy, even though Big Game James, I wish we had that cut. We can play it for you guys now.
I know. Do we have it? Yeah, you can go to my Facebook and you can play it right now, can't you?
Yeah. He interviewed Woozy. And
I think Skywalker, go ahead and find it, because I think I just posted back on my page too.
Yeah.
But I asked him because, I'm going to be straight up. Like we said, me and Skywalker been talking about this since me and Skywalker first started talking and knowing each other. When we talked about the safety position, we talked about, that was the first thing we talked about. Well, we didn't even know each other. We were talking about it back then. But when he first got drafted in 2017, man, I wish I could go back to my Facebook. That's when we first started our Facebook. Silver and Blue Nation, that's the first thing I was saying was, man, I'd like to see what he would do at safety. Don't be surprised. I kept saying when he got drafted, don't be surprised if they try to put him at safety, because he played it at college. He was pretty good at it. And here's the thing. I think when you watch him, he's not a bad cover guy. When you see him, it's not like he's getting
always
burned
there.
2 or 3 yards. He is always there. His hand is right there. Some of those passes are ridiculous throws that are getting right through him because his coverage is really good. He's not a bad corner. But he is so much better when you see he has it in front of him.
Yes.
That's why I think he's so much better, because he's already a good cover corner. But could you imagine when he keeps things in front of him? He's got a good size, 6 foot, 205, and he's strong. He's big. He's not a little dude. You get what I'm saying? And just like Skywalker said, he's athletic. You saw how he traced down Saquon Barkley and Jordan Lewis when Jordan Lewis had the fumble. So he's got the speed and he can tackle. So I always thought that's a position that he could transition so he can make his career longer. And I think that's what they're looking into, because just like I said, changing of the guard, and just like Skywalker and you both have said, new philosophy, new mind. They don't have that same thought anymore. That's out the door. What we were thinking about 10 years or 5 years or 2 years ago with Garrett and them, don't think about that no more, because that thought is gone. So Cowboys fans have to get used to it, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of like if you had a girlfriend for 10 years of your life. You know what? You want to get over it. You want to move on, right? But it just ain't easy, because you've been with her 10 years. So when you see certain things, you just automatically think, oh, that's going to happen again, because what you've been seeing, you imagine what you're just going to see. But eventually, you'll get away from it the longer it stays away from you. You'll eventually get over her.
You know what
stay
it is,
away
though,
from her.
James. You know what it is, right?
What's that?
Brother,
taking us
brother
to TED Talk
that,
with that
he
one.
want to get that 20 toes. Hey, you know what it is, though. I think that he want that cornerback money right quick, and then he want to get that first contract, a second contract, and then he want to make that switch after.
Yeah, because cornerbacks make more money than safeties.
Yeah. So he want to get that first little cornerback pay first.
But he don't got no choice. If the stats switches, you don't got no choice.
True.
Don't matter what you think. Don't matter what you feel.
Josh said.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all funny. Josh said Big Game James was having some flashbacks. Talk about them, your girl, we gotta leave her and stuff like that.
You never know. I
Gotta leave her alone.
Yeah,
I was like, hold on.
hey,
we talk about
Hey,
football anymore?
I was married for 10 years, and that's all I'm gonna say.
I know, fam. I was getting
I was married for 10 years. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say. Good God.
Dr. Phil. What's going on?
Lord Jesus.
Yes,
Don't
indeed.
bring that up. You're right. Don't bring
JD made another $9.99
Shout
for
out
your
to you, JD.
mind. He said on the road to 9 Super Bowls, man. Oh my goodness.
Listen,
boy.
man.
That's gonna be nice. That's nice.
We're burying the lead.
Yeah.
The lead isn't Cheeto. Cheeto's going to have a home in this secondary. I fully
Right.
believe that. I fully
True.
believe he's either going to be a
True.
safety or he's going to be the starting opposite corner.
Right.
But I believe Cheeto's going to move to safety, and don't hate me, y'all, but I think our starting corners are going to be Diggs and
Mhm.
Worley. I do. I don't think Worley was brought in here just to give a go at it. He started 15 games last year for the Raiders, 14 games before for the Panthers, 11 games for the Panthers. He is a starting cornerback, point blank, period. And he played pretty damn decent. Well, pretty good, actually. Pretty good for the Raiders last year. And what is he? He is what this team covets. Long, aggressive, physical corner.
Watch out for Morris Kennedy, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's going to be between him, Savion, Chris Westry for the fighting for that 5th, 6th spot of the cornerback position. But we got
They
a
just
lot.
cut one of them today, too. DJ White.
Yeah, that was a guy. That was a practice squad guy, I believe. We got 6 cornerbacks that 5 cornerbacks that they brought on this roster that wasn't here last year. 6 if you count Westry, who really didn't get a chance to do anything. So we got 9 total of guys I think that are going to be fighting for positions here. 9. We're not keeping 9 corners, obviously. So there's got to be an odd man out, and I think that might be.
Sean over here on Facebook, he said, "Why would you switch Cheeto out of the cornerback role for Worley, though?" He said, "Wouldn't it be better?" Basically, I'm paraphrasing
It's not
for
really-
him on Facebook. Would you be better to put Worley inside?
At safety, he's got the
Yeah,
size.
safety.
That's another thing. I'm not ruling out Worley because they didn't.
Right.
They say Will McClay specified his name meaning Cheeto, so that's why we're talking Cheeto. I'm talking as if he's
Right.
going to be the safety. I'm not saying it like I would or I wouldn't. However, personally, I believe
I
Cheeto
think
can
they
be a
want the
dope
long
safety.
corner starter, yeah.
He could be a dope safety. That's why I'm switching it out. I'm not putting Trevin Diggs back there.
Right.
Jordan Lewis is not
No,
starting
no.
on the outside. Not with this regime. So so that's why we're saying, Worley and Diggs with Cheeto at safety. You can battle it out between Worley and Cheeto. I mean, hey, listen, you can take.
I mean,
you want,
see,
but I think
here's the thing. Everybody, and you know how much I love
Willard
Jordan.
said Diggs is not good. That's false.
That's crazy. Yeah, just like Cowboys Martin said, Worley ain't starting shit. I mean, here's the thing, y'all.
Worley
Y'all need to
started-
really
y'all
understand.
not watching.
People need to get out. Here's the thing. I love Jordan Lewis, okay? But I said even before they start picking up all these cornerbacks, we even did the show, Skywalker, me and you, and we talked about the cornerback position. And we were saying that Jordan Lewis is going to give up plays. Jordan Lewis is not going to lock you down all daggone game. And I love Jordan, but he's going to give up plays. His size does hinder him. He's going to give up plays. He's going to make some plays on the ball. He's going to give up some plays. And he's probably going to give up. And he doesn't have the long speed, so he's going to give up quite a bit of plays if he played for a full season. And the metrics say he did. So that's why they went out there and got him, and they have no love toward Jordan. I mean, this is his last year of his deal. If you had love towards your cornerback, you don't re-sign an Anthony Brown to a 3-year deal and paying him $4 million a year. He's going to be playing too. You don't sign a dude for 3 years and paying him $4 million.
That's the conversation I had all night last night was that I'm not saying I love J. Lou, man. I root for J. Lou. I really do. But I'm reading between the tea leaves, brother. Not just signing a dude to a 3-year contract if they don't think that he can be their
$4 million
guy.
a year sitting the bench.
And we got to stop this, guys. While we believe Jordan Lewis is a playmaker and he is a playmaker, it's not like he was just so much better than Anthony Brown in the slot.
Right.
It's not true. It's not true. I don't care how much you love Jordan Lewis and how much you hate Anthony Brown.
The numbers don't say.
Put it to the side. Just watch it. They both were decent at times, bad at times. Look at it twisted. J. Lou had some bad moments, but Anthony Brown's was worse. And they both have very good moments. In fact, Anthony Brown has been a pretty damn good slot.
Y'all gotta pump the brakes a little bit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gotta give a
shout
donation.
out
You
to
gotta pay the bills.
Shout out to Keith Shep with the $50 donation. He says, Skywalker continues to grow. You are getting better. Thank you, sir. Thank you, man.
Can
That's all I'm
you
trying to
Shout
do,
out
man.
to the
That's all I'm trying to do.
Hey,
$50
Scott.
holla.
Can you rewind and put his name on the screen so we can give him some love there, man? You know,
$50 holla, hell yeah.
$50 holla, man. We got to go rewind and put his name on the screen
Yeah,
for a
got it.
second, man. So
I-
they're contagious almost, man.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, man. $50 holla. Let's get it popping all the way. They throwing 50 out here. Let's get it popping on Law and over on Big
And
Game
can-
James.
and
Let's
can I
keep it
get-
growing.
Can we get some crunk music or something? And shout out to Landon, man,
You know
for
how I
making
do.
it $10 holla too, man. Really
That's
appreciate
harder
it.
than $50.
You got to say holla, holla.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. My man says sky's blind. What am I blind about?
Sean coming with the haymakers over here on the Facebook. leave my dog
I'm trying
alone.
to figure
What
out
up,
what
Ready
I'm,
Red?
what I'm blind about.
He
got that
brought-
stimulus.
You talking about
AB and J. Lou?
Hip Pocket Lewis though, and that's probably what he's talking about. But
No,
you know,
it's-
People don't like
what
the,
it
people
is
don't like
is
the truth
people
about
don't
Jordan
wanna
Lewis.
hear it.
They don't want to hear
wanna
that.
it. They don't want to hear it.
I ain't mad at y'all, man. I like
everything
it too,
we
but
need-
I love Lewis
everything.
too, but I can't lie though. I can't
Oh my
just
gosh,
defend
Sean.
somebody just because that's
Hold
my
on.
dog.
Nah,
You
nah,
feel
nah.
me?
But-
And
Sean, you know what you gotta
this
do
is the
with that,
same
though,
guy that
James?
just said move
what?
Jordan Lewis to strong safety.
Man, ain't
No,
anybody who's saying Lewis, what?
No.
Yes, he just said that.
I think that we need to do this with Lewis. A lot of times when you're height, when you got to compensate for your height, sometimes you can play him at free. You see, because everything you need to know about Jordan Lewis was against that Green Bay Packers game. Remember when Aaron Rodgers kept trying him against the wide receiver? There's no way he can stop that route. 9 times out of 10, the wide receiver can win on that particular route. You know what a game I'm talking about, James, huh?
Yeah, it was his
Yeah,
rookie
but
year.
here,
I think it was
look,
2000
this
It was
is
his rookie
this
year.
is my thing. We're all
Yeah, his
talking
rookie
about
year,
this
but
with
he can't
Lewis.
stop that route.
This is how I feel. If you liked Lewis, as I said, you wouldn't have brought Brown with that money, and you wouldn't have brought all these other dudes in. And I'm not saying they're not even giving him like any kind of a look of a role. They're like, buddy,
Yeah.
and we're already telling you, we like Al Harris came out and said, I like tall corners, period.
Because he's a tall guy, right?
Because he's a 6'1" guy.
Yeah,
He's 6.
guy.
Look at all the dudes that they drafted. They look just like him.
True.
You got prototypes, and it's not hating on Lewis, but when another guy comes in after Chris Richard said it, and you see what he did to Lewis, right?
Right.
And you got another guy coming in here and saying, I like
Right.
tall corners, and then
Right.
I go draft Diggs, I draft Robinson, I get
Right.
Worley, I get Smith, I get
It's just
the list
just
goes
read
on. Where do
between the
you see
lines,
hope
man.
for Jordan? Where do you
I
see
can't-
it? That's straight reading between the
Read
lines,
between the
dog.
lines.
This ain't no rocket science.
They had a chance to
They
extend
ain't
Jordan
effing
Lewis.
with Jordan,
They had a chance to extend Jordan Lewis or Anthony Brown. They extended Anthony Brown, dog.
right?
Yeah. And who were, when we was out there in training camp, Big Game Jay, who they kept putting in, and we were like, well, maybe he can give him a run for his money. I forgot his name. Was it Thomas? Was it Thomas?
Corner?
Duke Thomas?
Was it
he
Duke
didn't make the
Thomas?
team. He didn't make the team.
Oh, yeah,
or
it was
whatever.
Duke
Duke
Thomas from
Thomas.
Texas.
I think he got injured, and that's why that's why Jordan kind of like got back in. But he was getting murked out there.
I think you're talking about
Those
Duke. Yeah, the
one-on-one
young buck.
drills. It was a young buck too. I forgot his name though, but we was out there in Oxnard.
I'll tell you
We
one
like,
thing,
oh, wow.
because I don't want y'all to think I don't
Mhm.
like Jay. If
This
it was
ain't
me,
nobody.
I'd rather
Yeah.
Jordan Lewis. I feel like he is going to play up to the competition, up to he's going to be up for it more than Anthony Brown would be. I feel like when Anthony Brown loses confidence, man, he can be bad. He can be
Mhm.
really bad. But when Anthony
Jordan
Brown
takes it personal.
when Anthony Brown is on, he's really good too. But Jordan Lewis, I feel like he played with a chip. But it ain't what I want. It's what's
Right.
happening, fam. What's
Right,
happening
it's
is
not-
they're
it's
not
not
that far
doubting
apart.
him.
Believe it, they aren't as far apart as the Cowboys Nation wants you to make it be. And
Right,
if you
right.
just look at what the coaching staff just did, they signed Anthony Brown, not Jordan Lewis. So they feel some type of way as well. And they're the professionals. You know what I'm saying? We just a bunch of folks talking
And
about
this
it
is
and watching
and
the tape.
here and here's the thing, just to say that, Skywalker, the last regime was feeling Anthony Brown over Jordan. Now the new regime is still feeling Anthony Brown. None of them new people knew about Anthony Brown as far as coming in and saying working with him, and they signed him. You get what I'm saying? So they had to probably have some say. You know, he probably messing with McCarthy and what he feels about, hey, would you like to have this guy? You know what I mean? So they had to have some thoughts of even the new regime of we like Brown over Lewis. And it ain't no hate on Lewis.
Nope.
It's just we got to talk honestly. You can't talk your emotions all the time when you're talking about the team. You got to look at the reality. You got to look at who they sign and how they sign and what the moves that they're doing, not your emotional standpoint of what you feel what you would do. It's what the Cowboys are probably going to do.
It's what they're doing.
So y'all two
that mindset.
You two think that this is a prove it year for Jordan then? Because
I don't even know if it's a prove year. I think this might be your last year.
It might not be here.
Wow.
I think this is your last year. And I'm not hating. I just think this is your last year. I don't think you're going to sign another deal. Or you like Skywalker said, they would have signed you. You had an opportunity to extend him like you did Anthony Brown. The contracts were up at the same time. They were both drafted at the same time, weren't they?
No, I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, he went a year
Anthony
before
Brown's
him.
a free agent, but they didn't have to sign Anthony Brown. They could have gave that extension to Jordan Lewis.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They didn't have to.
I just have to put this out there. It's not a far fetch that Jordan Lewis can't play safety because people are like safety putting the question marks.
But
there.
he's not
Because
going to though.
What I'm saying though, at free safety, he can give you positional flex. He can play
Shout out
at
to K-Son.
free. Shout out to you, man.
$20 donation says, gotta show my love for the late night hype. Thanks for the birthday shout out. Happy birthday, man.
Goodness.
Happy
Man, we supposed to
birthday.
be giving you money. You giving us money, but I really
Hey, you
appreciate
can-
it,
And
man.
one more time,
Stimulated
shout out
over
to
here.
Keith. Shout out to Keith Shep one more time for that $50 donation, man. I really
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
that, brother. Really,
Yeah,
really
yeah,
do.
yeah.
What's
brother.
the name again?
Thank
Keith
you.
what?
Keith
Shep.
Shep.
I thought
Yeah.
you said Keith Sweat. My. My. Donation. Get some donations popping over here too,
Yes,
man.
indeed. Yes. Mary.
But yeah, I think it's an interesting
Keith Sweat.
conversation, y'all. It's an interesting conversation.
It
I
is.
just
It's intriguing.
I just think that
Because
you know
there's-
what.
There's been seasons when when Anthony Brown was legitimately a top 10 nickel cornerback. Like we cannot
I mean,
just
his
forget
first
that.
year. Look, think about his first year. We were all not saying we were all,
In
but everybody was
2018.
feeling good about Anthony Brown after his first year. Remember, everybody was like, "Well, he could be the starting corner next year because how good he played as a rookie, and he was a 6th-round draft pick. He surprised a lot of people. You get what I'm saying?
Well, let me put some education out there for somebody because Kendrick said that I'm smoking stuff because he said that Lewis can't play safety. Let me tell you something. When you are a defensive back, safety is the least skilled position that you can play out of defensive back. So you can fact check that. On top of that, when you look at football, if you understood football as a cornerback, you 9 times out of 10 can play some safety positions as it relates to free safety. If you go educate yourself and look up Xavier Woods' size and Jordan Hip Pocket Lewis size, it's not that much of a difference. I'm going to repeat, it's not that much of a difference. So now you've been educated from the nation. So now what I'm trying to say to you right
He said
now.
you've been educated.
You've been educated. You know, I don't have to elucidate much more, but I'm going to tell you right now that Jordan Lewis and certain concepts can play at the top of the key or play at top of the field position and still wavery and then get to the ball. That's what I'm saying. You do not want to compromise your defense by putting a smaller guy when it's a 6'5" or a 6'4" wide receiver, and all you can do is sit back and look on the edge there. And if the coverage is rolled to one side, is 1-on-1 to Jordan Lewis, then I'm gonna fade that ball all day. 9 times out of 10, he can't make up for that height, especially looking at the confines of the defense. That's what I'm saying. It's not the fact that they're gonna put him at that role, but what I'm saying is that he can play that role. I'm not saying put him at safety. Can we understand that? Earl Thomas is not a tall dude. Earl Thomas is what?
5'10". I think Earl Thomas is 5'10", 5'11".
5'10",
Earl Thomas
5'11".
is 5'11".
But he's very smart. He's like-
But he'd be a fool to try to play corner, you see,
Oh, he's
because
different.
of his height situation. You got to put Earl high enough so he can scan and survey the field. That's all I'm saying. It'll be foolish. But can Earl Thomas play cornerback? Yes.
He probably
He can play cornerback.
He'd probably get worked though.
But he'll get
He'll
worked.
get
because-
worked.
why is that?
He would get
he's a safe-
worse.
he's a
because of his height.
His
size?
no,
No,
because
I don't
he's,
think he got the
he's
hips
a little
for
more
that.
stiffer now than he was back in the day.
I
And
don't
them
think he got
quarters,
the hips for that.
one of them
Right.
receivers will put their foot in the ground and it's over. It's
And
over.
what he was doing when he came into Texas. You see what
I
I'm saying?
feel you,
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm
not
saying.
now.
Not now. So I'm talking the same confines is the same reason what they did to Rondé Barber, right?
Right.
Play cornerback, and they said, okay, hey,
Switch him
you
to
get along
safety.
too?
Okay.
Kick him out to safety. That's all I'm saying. Same situation.
Here's what I want out of my safeties. I say this a lot. This is one of my things you guys know. I can give a damn if you're a Olympic athlete at safety.
Right.
I need you to be a rocket scientist. I need you to be smart, because if you don't, safety is all about IQ and angles. You can
There
run
you
a
go.
4.59 and be a better safety than the safety that ran a 4.35, because you know where the play is going. You know the correct angle to take, and you have form tackling and you get the guy down. You don't have to run the 4.345, but if you have that on top of being a smart NFL or a smart player, then that's a plus. Then you got like a Sean Taylor. You know what I'm saying? You just got a ridiculous. Earl Thomas is Earl Thomas not because he's Sean Taylor. It's because he's one of the smartest free safeties that ever played this damn game. Okay,
True.
he will beat you there, and he has the athleticism to go with it. He's a Hall of Famer because he has those two things combined. So for me, I don't need my safety to be the most uber athletic type of guy. I need him to be smart. So I don't know who the smartest is of the candidates we're talking about, Lewis, Cheeto, Worley, who what have you. But I do know that from the tape that I've seen on Chidobe Awuzie, I like Cheeto with things in front of him. The tape in college, mind you, he was a jack of all trades, everybody. I heard people say Jordan Lewis they think he's better than Cheeto at safety. How do we know this, though? I don't recall Jordan playing safety that much in college. I could be wrong. Y'all help me out. But there's a lot of tape on.
He was more the outside in that nickel.
Yeah, there's a lot more tape on Cheeto actually playing safety a lot and looking pretty solid. I know he missed a lot of tackles this year, and so I can't knock that. But what did we say? What did we say at the top of the show? It's clear they're not looking for a box safety. It's clear they don't care about that. They're looking for guys that can cover back there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
I mean,
what it feels
a couple
like.
people, Thurston House said Rod Woodson. Remember him when he went from corner to safety, was a beast.
Because he's
And
what
then,
is he?
Malcolm-
What is he? He's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. And then remember even Malcolm Jenkins, because I remember when he came out of Ohio State as a corner, they transitioned to safety because they were saying that he was probably going to be a safety in the pros and not a corner, and he fit that bill more of it because of his size.
Yeah, because of his size and his flexibility. But you got people that can do that, and then for every story like that, you got your Richard Shermans. I don't think that his ability to play out in the range by himself, I don't think that he's that guy. What Richard Sherman's good at, right? Redirect, physical,
Being smart.
Yeah, being smart. But I don't think that you would play him at the free roll or what have you. I don't think that he had that type of position of flex. What I look at when I think about this defense, I'm looking at even the news and the talk tracks of moving Jalen Smith on the outside. You see, I like that aspect too, because we know that he got positional skills, whereas he can blitz off the edge, he come around, he can crack the quarterback, or he can disengage and play some defensive edge rush. I like that aspect of this team. I like this team because what they looking at is that they saying to themselves, let's not pigeonhole ourselves. Let's not just put a person in a spot and say, okay, this is going to be his end-all position. No, I want a team like Big Game James said. What you blitzed a lot, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't know whether or not like teams couldn't key in and say, okay, he's the Mike.
Well, I played the 3-4 when I played.
3-4. So you couldn't even point out the Mike, you know.
Nope.
And on a high school level, you had them boys playing 3-4. You must have
because so many teams always want to play the 4-3. I mean, I think it's more of a scene. Understandable defense as far as the offense being able to beat it a little bit better. I think you can disguise a lot more with that 3-4, especially if you got the athletic guys as far as the backers, those 4 backers, and you got that. I was able to have those 3 big guys up front. You feel me? I was able to have that. I was able to have that one technique gap or that 2 gapper that could go either way. You get what I'm saying? And he was plugging those 2, that center and that guard. You can do a lot of things, and I think that's why the Cowboys are probably going to transition to that 3-4 because, I mean, even when the Cowboys, I ain't going to lie, I know we gave up a lot of points and people want to get rid of, Rob Ryan, but when we were in that 3-4 and he was coming with those blitzes, I liked it because we was aggressive back then.
Yeah,
we was aggressive as
Rob
shit
was
back
like
then.
a wild west. I don't think he.
I know
he was a mad
I know.
scientist, but we were a lot more aggressive. It was just crazy.
I don't think we had to really maybe.
Sip.
We had a pretty talented team, didn't we? When he was there, or no? Or we was falling off.
Well, you
Rob was
still had Ware.
2012. The next
Was
year
it
we had one of the
2012?
worst defenses ever. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking about
Yeah.
07. I'm thinking about 07. and them.
07 was Wade. Wade's a different animal. We Hall of Fame
Okay.
defense.
That's what I'm saying. I liked his
Yeah.
concept. We just didn't
Wade
have the
was fine.
talent. We didn't
No.
have the talent to match his defensive concepts, and I think that's where the struggles were.
For Rob, yeah. Real quick, Sip. I'm gonna keep it short. Sip believes, he said, I bet y'all that Jordan will lead the team in picks next year. Chris Richard only taught one way defending the ball. Now we learn all kinds of ways. Sip, I'm not disagreeing that Jordan Lewis couldn't lead the team in picks. He absolutely could. If he gets the chance to be able to man that slot corner position or wherever the hell he plays in the secondary, he's a dog. And he's talented. I'm not saying Jay Lu's not. That's my guy. I'm rooting for
We're
Jay
talking
Lu,
about
man.
the staff.
I'm just saying it doesn't seem like they really are they care for Jordan Lewis right now. It doesn't,
Hey,
bro.
Scott,
It
anyway,
doesn't seem like they're
people,
looking to extend. I feel like this is
Say
his
again?
last year.
Scott,
Yeah.
anyway, you can give people a visual. I think you showed me that you had the chart of all of the heights of the cornerback, defensive
Yeah,
backs. What have you.
I
You
got
give
you.
people a little visual of, so that they can identify what we're talking about.
They
got you.
in their head said, "This is our slot guy, Anthony Brown.
Right.
He's our slot guy. We are paying him. Jordan
Right.
Lewis, guess what? Play really good.
Uh-huh.
We'll give you every opportunity to compete. Maybe get another deal somewhere else, but we're looking elsewhere." That's what I feel like they're saying in their hearts. Maybe Jordan Lewis, they give him a chance and he comes out, but honestly, I don't think Jordan Lewis is starting cornerback week 1.
Oh wow.
And-
And
Listen,
I
bro,
love Jordan Lewis. I love Jordan Hip Hop Lewis. I think he brings a lot to the table. But like you said, with the Kennedy, with the Savion Smith, and also with Diggs now.
Yeah, I don't see Jordan Lewis starting over those guys.
Yeah. Just from size. And I understand what people are saying. Trust me, I would love to have Jordan Lewis out there and playing week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and beyond. Because I think that he's naturally a great ball hawker. You know, he hawked to the ball like no other.
Yeah, here's
Especially
the one.
on this team.
Here's the one I'm talking about with the size for the cornerbacks. Size matters. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Worley, Kennedy, Smith, Robinson, and Diggs are all 6'1". They're all aggressive corners. I mean, super aggressive in your face cornerbacks. And then Chris Westry is 6'4", runs a 4.35. And what did Al Harris just get done telling us? That he likes big cornerbacks that can run. He said that the receivers are not getting smaller, they're getting bigger.
Right.
And so you got that, right? And then you got Brown getting extended, because obviously you can't have a 6'4" guy in a slot. So you got to kind of keep a primarily slot cornerback, right? So that would be Jordan Lewis or Anthony Brown. Well, to me, it feels like they went with their guy by signing him to a 3-year deal. That's all I'm saying. I think Jordan Lewis has a higher ceiling for sure.
Yeah. Jordan Lewis, believe it or not, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, Jordan Lewis is better than all those cats right now. You see? But
I think he's more
height,
talented.
size, or what have you, it's just what it is.
But here's the thing: talent can be outbeaten by scheme. It can.
True.
It can. While Jordan is talented as ever, right? When I say outbeaten, I don't mean just on the field. I mean by coaches. Coaches might just say, "Listen, you know, this is what we want. This is the type of team. This is the type of style we want to play." And Jay Lu may or may not fit. Maybe we're overblowing this though. Maybe Jay Lu is a starting cornerback, but I don't know, man.
I don't think we're overblowing this
Diggs.
at all. How many times have we seen this time and time again? New coaching staff, no loyalty to the other players. It's in every single freaking team. The new staff comes in, don't have any loyalty to you. I mean, guess what? Where's Jason Witten? He ain't with the Cowboys, with the Raiders, and we thought he was still going to be the good old boy and still be there. Mike McCarthy said, "Guess what? You can be here, but you're going to be a backup. Oh, you don't want to be a backup? See ya. Thank you for everything."
Where do we believe Lewis is starting? Are we talking is slot? We're considering slot as a starter, or because I'm seeing people here saying he's starting. Is he starting on the outside?
I don't think he's starting on the outside this year. I think he's going to have a amazing
But yeah,
amazing camp.
And what people don't
He's got
see
to be head
in
and shoulders
camp,
above it.
in camp, and for those who go out there to Oxnard, and I know we ain't going to Oxnard this year, but when we go out there to camp, what they do, Big Game, they line them up one-on-one.
One-on-ones.
And the quarterback, he's trying to make the team, so he's not gonna pass those little short duck passes. He's gonna pass those fade balls, and your boy Jordan Lewis getting worked. Only way he was showing out there on tape. One thing he was showing out there on tape when they had multiple people, when he had the safety over the top or he had the linebacker underneath, then that's where Jordan can shine because he can use the leverage of the field and then he can take some of those routes away. But when you look at it, when we was out there, we was like, man, he getting worked. He's getting worked. And we kept on saying, come on, Jordan. That's Randall Cobb on you now. You see? Wasn't Randall Cobb eating?
Yeah, he was killing him in that slot too.
I think
him.
I think what happened is, Jordan was only got to pretty much make plays last year on in his secondary. So we all like, we were, and me included, man, Jay Lou, man, and we believe he's the most talented cornerback we got right now because he's very talented. I think he is. I don't know how consistent that is though, because we remember the Jets, remember the Giants. I think he showed up against the Bears too, right? But other than that, Jay Lou gave up the most yards on the team. I think the second most yards per snap or something like that. Higher completion percentage, very high one. His passer rating wasn't too bad. It was like 86, right? So it wasn't like he's this lockdown that we believe he is. And I think the new staff looked at the tape and said, who do we want to go with here? It doesn't, to them, they may think it's not that much of a difference. I'm telling you, there's no reason why they would sign Anthony Brown over Jordan Lewis if they didn't believe that.
You still wouldn't go out and get another
and get 6'1" corners.
You just got another cornerback.
You believe in Jay Lou, but you drafted a corner in the second round, which we thought they should have did anyway. At 6'1". Then you drafted one in the fourth, and then you brought in 4 free agents that are 6'1" and above that are aggressive corners.
But we believe in you, Jordan.
Come on, man.
That doesn't tell me they believe on you at all. If
they
believe in you, they'll get maybe one guy.
Don't piss on me
for
and
depth.
tell me it's raining.
Yeah, they get one guy for some depth. But other than that, they don't bring a horde of players and they don't draft either. That's basically
and then sign your competition to the 3-year deal.
That's just telling me you're not coming back here. I'm sorry.
As a disclaimer, I'm rooting for the underdog, though. Jordan Lewis, I'm still rooting for you, though.
I'm rooting for you, too,
I want Jordan Lewis to get so pissed off. So pissed off.
He is,
man.
trust me. I heard that he was going. Listen.
I heard Xavier Woods was pissed, too.
I know Jordan. I don't know him like he my boy, but we have kicked it a few times and talked. And the one thing I do is know his attitude. And if you listen, I watched him on Twitter. And when people say something about him on Twitter,
he
about
gonna come back.
Coverage, he's going to come
play.
back on him. And Antoine Woods are good for that. Antoine Woods definitely comes on there. If you say something about him and you're one of those name guys out there, they're going to come back on Twitter and say something to you. I know he blocked a couple people, Jordan did. You know what I'm saying? Because they was talking trash about him in his coverage. You feel me?
Yeah.
But, I mean, like I said, I love Jordan. I'm always going to love Jordan. I think he's a very good player.
Yeah.
But when I look at reality, just like when I was talking about Dez Bryant, I'm going to always love Dez Bryant. But when I seen Stephen Jones got rid of you, you probably wasn't coming back now. He probably was coming back if they didn't have CeeDee Lamb. But Stephen Jones was basically like, I'm going to leave it up to you, Mike McCarthy, because probably in his head, he's like, I still don't want it.
Yeah.
Here's one thing we can agree on. Not a single soul in this secondary should feel safe. Meaning there should be competition.
Right.
This should be the most competitive camp, the most competitive, whatever the hell you want to call it because it is COVID. But this should be the most competitive camp that we've seen in a long time. Think about this. I'm going to run down the names. Safety, Xavier Woods, HaHa Dix, Thompson, Donovan Wilson, and a bunch of other guys. Who's safe? If we're talking about moving Cheeto back to safety, there's only 2 safety spots, and there's 3 big names there. Xavier Woods, Cheeto, HaHa. I think HaHa may be the most safe because of his history with the coach, but let's be honest, 1-year deals on those guys. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe at safety. Cornerback, the plethora of 6'1" guys we got, and rookies, Jordan Lewis and AB. Who's safe?
You know why they ain't safe, Skywalker?
Nobody.
You know why they ain't safe, Skywalker? And nobody, and why this is going to be another reason why it's going to be competitive. You just mentioned it with the safety. Look at everybody that's on 1-year deals. Jordan's on an expiring deal. Cheeto's on an expiring deal. Woods is on an expiring deal. HaHa's on a 1-year deal. Worley's on a 1-year deal.
Xavier.
Canada is on a 1-year deal. All these guys are on 1-year deals. So basically, they're coming and bringing everybody in and saying, "Guess what? Prove it, y'all.
Prove it.
Show
Bring
us who we want to keep. Because if you ain't proving it, you're gonna be gone."
Yeah.
I mean, but seriously, but whether you like Jordan Lewis or not, like, can you honestly sit here and say in your heart of hearts, after seeing everything that's going on with the draft and the free agents and the philosophy, the coach is literally telling you the type of corner they want. Can you sit here and say, man, what you mean, man? I'm 100% sure Jordan Lewis and is safe.
You're lying to yourself if you're saying that. You're lying to yourself, and you know it. You're lying to yourself.
They got rid of one of your dogs, right? Today.
Christian Covington.
I'm just messing with no. I'm talking about Covington for Big Game James at linebacker.
Oh yeah, you know how I felt about him, dog. Boy, that just pissed me off. First of all, when they drafted him, I just knew he wasn't playing. He was never going to play a damn down. Chris Covington.
Oh yeah. You
that
hate that
damn
guy.
linebacker from Indiana. Yeah. And I kept on, and you know what kept on really irking me? That's what really irked me about this staff. They kept cutting him and bringing him back.
Right,
They would cut a Phillips who was showing out and doing something, but then you cut him and bring a whack-ass Covington back. That's why I'm glad that damn staff is gone. Don't bring Covington back again. Don't cut him and bring him back ever again.
You don't like that guy.
He's gone, man. Just like what you said earlier. This new staff doesn't have those same reservations.
Get him the hell out of here. That was annoying.
My man Jay Tuck said it. Somebody got to step up in that secondary and be a dog, man.
That's why they got him on 1 year. Listen.
I'm sorry,
when you're on a 1-year deal, you're gonna play like a dog because you need another 3-year deal contract.
Here's the crazy thing about it. Cheeto struggled last year at corner. I mean, he wasn't horrible, but he struggled in beginning of the year, then towards the end, and he got benched actually against the Eagles. But in the midst of Cheeto struggling like that, how come nobody could step up and take the spot? If you're so good, right? If you're so good.
Who do we have, though?
I'm just trying to say, I don't mean to come at Jordan, but I'm just saying, if you're so damn good, it shouldn't matter. Your talent should overcome, right?
I think that
everybody's saying that he's so damn good, and I think he's a good player, but we're acting like Jordan Lewis is a god, man.
I think at the time, Anthony Brown, he got injured, right? And we really didn't have nobody to play that slot position. And they had to put.
Come on, man. He said they all struggle. Come on, man. Byron Jones locked down the whole entire side of the field. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Y'all and you know what kills? I'm gonna say one thing about this. I always said I didn't think Byron Jones was that guy as far as being a playmaker, but I always said he was a damn good corner, that sticky corner that was gonna go be on your ass, and that's okay. There's some corners that just don't get the interceptions, but they them damn good corners. You don't throw against them because they're on their ass. And when I heard so many people saying Byron Jones is whack, he's trash, he's garbage,
Marty.
You didn't watch no freaking tape. You didn't, because there's no way in hell you're sitting there and watch Byron Jones and saying he was trash.
No, he wasn't trash.
That man was corner, switched to safety, switched from safety back to corner, and balled out.
Yeah.
No, don't disrespect that man.
No
like
one
that.
is. Marty said, "While we getting on the corners, first of all, we talked about for 5 minutes how we think Cheeto is not a bad corner. I said he struggled, but I don't think he struggled at times. I don't think Cheeto's a bad corner. Definitely don't think Jordan Lewis is a bad corner. We know the scheme was what it was last year, absolutely, and we saw the video come out saying they were taught one way, right, and they weren't allowed to do any, to have different techniques, off the line of scrimmage. So I totally get that, but look at the moves, look at the coaching staff, and you read between the lines. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is that when your favorite color blue, you don't go buy yellow. You don't go buy purple.
They're clearly over there buying blue.
Red. They buying blue. So that's all I look at it. I just try to look at it in those factors. And trust me, these are just our collective opinions. And you guys know how opinions go, But
don't y'all can keep talking, but I'm gonna yell right quick. Hey, y'all need to go to bed. y'all know it's bedtime.
Heads in beds. You just gotta say heads in beds.
I'm saying, y'all know your mom's sleeping. Y'all trying to stay up. Get up. If y'all ain't in bed, go to bed.
There you go. That's how you regulate the nation,
Heads
baby.
in beds.
Kids in bed. Take your butt to bed.
Ever since we done had this COVID and this virtual reality thing, kids ain't going to school. They feel like, I can stay up all night. We ain't going to school tomorrow. Hell to no. Go to bed.
Get on, get.
Your ass to bed.
Go on, get.
Yeah. scheme equals garbage is from Raider channel, man. Look, I appreciate
Yeah, the scheme is
everybody,
definitely
man.
garbage.
And it is what it is. But you're right. Last year's scheme wasn't the best. We were a finesse team, and hopefully this
And
team
we weren't
right now,
aggressive.
it wasn't aggressive.
That's the thing.
Yeah. We couldn't figure out ways to exploit the simple fact that you got 3 on DeMarcus Lawrence. You know, that's crazy.
But you know
You got
what?
3 on DeMarcus Lawrence.
Maybe when we're talking about how we seen Cheetos struggle, we felt like, you know, Jordan got picked on and Anthony Brown got hurt. Maybe one of the reasons why they were conservative. We know how Rob Marinelli is. We know he doesn't ever want to give up big plays.
Oh yeah,
we know
yeah,
that
for sure.
He is never a guy that's going to give up big
scheme.
plays. And if he don't have confidence in that secondary and they feel like they're struggling, they're not going to play no man press. They're going to stay in that damn cover and make sure that we do it that way. And we're not going to give up the big play, because if we man press these guys and these guys are struggling, we're going to get torched. And now I feel like we're coming in with that new staff. Now these guys have loaded up. They didn't say, now we got 1 or 2 guys, because remember how they say you can never have too many cornerbacks, right? Injuries happen all the damn time. Well, how many times do we see Cheeto injured and Jordan was injured? You get what I'm saying? Anthony Brown went out. So you can never have too many corners. So now you get a plethora. Somebody goes down, we got another big guy to come right back in and we don't miss a beat. And I think that's what they're looking at. And as I said before, as much as I love Jordan, I just don't see him coming back when you got that many. They're going to give him opportunity. But basically, if you don't do it, you better do it. I just feel like they're looking at these tall guys, and that's the prerequisite.
Yeah,
is that the word?
That's what they want, man.
Yeah, that's the word, family.
Is it prerequisite? Prerequisite.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something for the chat here, and for you, Law. What's Jordan Lewis's trade value? Because a lot of people are, we're all very high. Well, we're high on him. I'm not sitting here acting like he's God, but what's his trade value?
Well, I mean, at this point right now,
chat, what's his trade
Dallas
value?
Cowboys can't show that they're willing to trade from him. So they got to show that they want to keep him. And
okay, so you're saying because of the moves that they're making, it lowers his value?
Because when somebody know that they're finna depart from you, then they're gonna wait for you to depart from him. But I don't know his trade value, to be honest with you all. When he was drafted, what, third round,
2017, third round.
I mean, normally in this type of situation, you either get straight up third or fourth, fifth.
I think he can get a third. He get a fifth, I think.
Yeah,
I think people are going way too high with second round. Third might even
He ain't getting no damn second round pick for no damn Jordan Lewis.
Third round might be pushing.
You ain't getting a third.
Too. That's pushing a little bit.
You're not getting a third for Jordan Lewis.
Right.
You're getting a fifth for Jordan Lewis.
I asked this question because if he's so damn good, which I again not knocking him, we talk about 4th and the 5th round pick, man.
They're giving him a 5th rounder.
No, I wouldn't trade him if that's the situation.
I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to tell these people out here, man. The coaching staff is not. We're fans. We have a different type of love for players, but this coaching staff don't give a damn about none of that shit. They look at the tape and they say, "This is what I want. This type of player I want. I watched these 2 similar style players, and I want this guy over him." Somebody should ask
no damn feelings. This is about winning. Nobody gives a hell about feelings. This is about wins and losses. And it's a new staff, and they're trying to get dubs.
We need Tyrese in here then. Where Tyrese at?
If I could,
girl, I lie to you because I care about your feelings.
If I could, I would ask the question straight up to Coach. Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
What made you guys give Anthony Brown a 3-year extension?
That contract and just say, hey.
And not Jordan Lewis when they play the same position?
And
I really want to know.
Can we also look at this Skywalker? He came off an injury, a season-ending injury. Who missed? How many games did he miss? He missed like 6 games.
6 or 7
and
games.
Jordan started those into those games. He missed those games. Jordan took his spot, and they still re-signed a man off of injury. Look at that.
Well, this could be the situation. Let me try to be Jerry Wayne right quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna be trite. I don't like y'all attitude.
It's the truth though.
But here's what they might do with Jordan.
Don't like your attitude.
They look at.
I know. We're sorry.
Here's what they're gonna do with Jordan, man. He could be a bridge guy now for Diggs. He got 1 year left on his deal, right?
Yeah.
They can look at it and say, okay,
I
Jordan.
think Diggs is playing.
We got Antonio Brown or Anthony Brown. We're gonna put him
We
at the
ain't got
slot.
Antonio Brown now.
Anthony Brown. I keep getting
Lord.
Anthony Antonio. Well, you got AB. And not that AB. We're gonna put him at the slot. This position is up for you to lose. This Byron Jones position is up for you to lose. And we're gonna put you out there. We're gonna see whether or not you can hold that position down for the 2020 season. And at the end of the year, we're gonna look at everything and we'll make our decision from there. If not, then that position will be to your boy Diggs. That's how I look at it.
So you think AB out? I'm sorry. You think Jordan Lewis on the outside is a boundary corner?
I think that they're gonna use
CB1.
Jordan Lewis 2017 tape. He's gonna be the boundary guy or field. He played the field side, so he's gonna be that. They just gonna give him a shot.
That would contradict
what you can do.
That would contradict what they've been saying. That means Jordan Lewis must have had a great camp to make.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna have to have.
He's going to have to have that fire.
He's
camp.
got to have that. He has to have not a fire camp. He has to have a Yo Got Flame camp.
Did he have a fire camp last year? You said you were there.
Oh man, he had up and down.
No, he had up and down. We were at camp last year. He had an up and down camp. I mean, he was some days he was good, but when Cobb was getting at him.
Cobb,
think about it.
Some guy named Guyton. Guyton, what was that Guyton kid? Guyton.
I mean, John Vay was getting on.
John Vay, yeah. And we was like, dang.
I mean, it's the speed factor because Jordan don't have that 4.4. He's a 4.5 guy. So, and he doesn't have that long. And this isn't picking apart Jordan Lewis or dogging him. This is just the things that are the truth. You want to see. I'd like to see him be a future player, but I just am not excited. I'm not excited no more about the term of Jordan Lewis when I see these additions coming in. It just doesn't get me excited about Jordan Lewis because in my heart, it's kind of like you working at a job, right? You been there a little bit. Now a whole new team comes in, a new boss, and they bring in 5 new people. Do you feel like they're thinking about you as far as keeping your job? Or if you slip up, your job is gone and they're already keeping those guys? Yeah, you're gonna have to be the best worker. You better be early. You better never be late. You better do your job miraculously better than everybody else. Because if you slip up a little bit, I got my guys right here.
I'm seeing how these things are going. I just can't see them putting Jordan Lewis on the outside. Not the way they want to play. But
I don't say it either.
But I think it's clear they want to have an agile guy in the slot, and that's what Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown are.
I think he's depth now.
I would love to see Jay Lou come in and absolutely own the slot. I'm asking you one more time. Did he do that in camp?
No, he didn't own it.
Okay.
I mean, Brown was playing good too.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
that's what I'm saying. So I believe Jordan Lewis with this scheme is going to be more of a slot guy. So therefore, I need you to come own it. Because if not, then them giving that 3-year deal to Anthony Brown would have made sense.
I feel what you're saying.
You feel me? Like, I feel like they want to go taller corners. Maybe it's even Cheeto. If they decide, you know what, we don't like how it looks with Cheeto, or it's not enough time to get him back there. Which it sounds like they're going to put him back there. But let's just say they don't, and they go with Woods and they go with HaHa. Again, we're fans of that. We're okay with that. We can win with that. It's not Jeff Heath, okay, for 3 years.
Right.
So if that has to happen for a year, so be it. So then it's Woods. And it's then it's Woods and it's Diggs, and then AB or Lewis in the slot. But I think you're going to have AB and Lewis battling it out in the slot. I do.
Hey, shout out to Cowboys Marty for the $2 holla. He said, "Why the hell Eagles draft Hurts? Can Dallas sweep?" Hey, we're cool with that.
Shout out to I bring it, man. Shout out to I bring it for the $10, man. To get you in. He says AB is cheaper. It made sense. J. Lou is better talented, and talented should still matter no matter what. Scheme killed J. Lou's talent.
Yeah, I said, haha, Clinton Dix, not just Dix, dog. Like, I didn't. She in the chat trying to come at me on that one.
Haha, hilarious, Clinton.
Hey, I got somebody says John Matthews says Sky, you're contradicting yourself.
I know, I'm trying to figure out where. Like,
explain yourself on that one, John. I want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, drop it in there. I'll get into it.
Said they can, but they don't have to. That extent was bothered to see. I don't know if they even see Woods as the future. I think they're seeing. I think this staff is.
They're talking about moving corners to safety.
I think
Clearly
they're
they don't
saying,
see
guess
Woods
what?
as safe.
Everybody's job is on the line. we like what we have on our defensive line. We kind of have that, but everybody's job on the in the secondary is on the line. There ain't nobody spots guaranteed. Woods, I don't think is coming in with this season as guaranteed. I mean, I know Donovan Wilson. I think they want to see him too. I want to see him.
Right.
You know, I think that, and I think you said at Skywalker they had a lot of free safeties because to me, Xavier Woods is not a strong safety.
Yeah, man. I got the chart right here from last year's training camp, the starting people or what have you. You guys want me to read it out?
You said the starters?
No, the training camp, the ones that were starting and how they rolled it out. You know, at the left cornerback, you had Cheeto Woozier. Then you had Jordan Lewis, Donovan Alamba, Chris Restry.
You can't go off of that. Yeah.
And then they had Byron Jones. I just want to show you guys the flow of everything. Right cornerback, they had Byron Jones, Michael Jackson, C.J. Goodwin, Tristan Dicloud, or Dicloud. And then at the slot, you had Anthony Brown.
Byron Jones was not playing in practices for a long time, though. He had a hip surgery.
Right. But I'm just reading out what they had on the chart here. And then at free safety, they had Xavier Woods, George Iloka, Darian Thompson, Jamil Showers. And these were the people that was competing. And then you had Jeff Heath, Kayvon Frazier, and of course you had Donovan Wilson as the strong safety. So I'm looking at last year's roster.
I have to enter. I can't let you do that because you know why, bro?
Right. What?
That coaching staff is not here no more.
Right. That coaching staff is not here no more. But just by reading those names alone, compared to what we got now, I'm just doing a comparison. We are a whole lot better. We better than what we were last year, even though we had a Byron Jones.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, that's where I was going with it. Now, I do know that you know George Iloka, and he can let you know some insights and things like that of what all went down. But I'm just looking at what we had last year compared to what we have now. It just seems like the sky is a whole lot brighter now.
It's super bright.
Wait, whoa. Y'all know me. Time out.
What?
Time out. You think the secondary is just super better than last year without Byron Jones and really no replacement in tow right now?
Oh, it ain't better than without Byron Jones now.
So
but I would say overall, you can go ahead, Law. I think he's saying maybe overall it's better than last year. Not saying man for man, line for line, because you have Byron Jones as a dog. But I think if you look at the squad from last year with Byron Jones to the squad this year, I would say overall, I think it's better. I think overall it is.
Because you had Alamba, Jackson, George Iloka, Frazier.
That's an all-pro.
Jamil Showers, Tristan Dicloud.
Okay, yeah, that's tough for me. I don't know if I can go there just yet. Put it this way. I'm optimistic I feel better about the approach of the defense, the philosophical change of the defense, and in the secondary more than I did last year. I really do, because we already knew what we knew what the defensive philosophy was. We knew this defense gives up yards, they give up the little dink and dunks, they don't get turnovers, cornerbacks don't turn their heads. None of that shit changed going into last year. So, you know, and in this year we have a totally different philosophy. However, I ain't ready to crown them just yet on the strength of we had an all-pro cornerback that literally shut down an entire side of the field. There's nobody on this roster doing that right now.
So in a different world, like if I was to snap my finger and we were to keep the exact same roster from last year, you'll be cool with it. As far as the defensive back.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You will keep seeing the
without
Jeff Heath.
paying with no. Okay, you're right. I would have let go of Jeff Heath.
You say, hey, for 2020, we're gonna roll out with Xavier Woods, Jeff Heath.
He said, hold up.
Let me say this. Byron Jones should not be getting treated like he wasn't shutting down that whole left side of the field. And that and with a team without Byron Jones that fills their team up with rookies and guys that, you know, were free agents and not high priced ones, automatically makes them better. Like I can't do that yet. I gotta see them first before I crown a better secondary than those guys. Especially when we all know, just like an offensive side of the ball, we said, hey, our coaches had a lot to do with holding people back. We also believe our coaches had a lot to do with holding that secondary back as well. Now, again, the reason why I feel good about the change is because it feels like we're all on the same page. Unfortunately, that page could be without Jordan Lewis, right? If that's very possible. It's very possible that happens. So, but I feel like they're on the same page, and I got to be happy about that because now we can, from top to bottom, all work together for the same goddamn goal. Not, hey, I'm gonna teach you this technique, but up front,
But what we talking about doing right now is pretty much moving Jordan Lewis at right cornerback, keeping Cheeto Woozie at left cornerback. You got the slot guy Anthony Brown, and your Xavier Woods will still be your free, and you got Jeff Heath.
I bring in Ha.
You bring in Ha. Maybe you put Xavier Woods at the strong. So that's what this team is looking like now. All you moving out as relates to starting is Byron Jones, and you're switching Byron Jones for Jordan Lewis.
I'd rather Byron Jones by a long shot
over Jordan Lewis.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. That's all I'm trying to just pull out, seeing how different do we look from last year. And we're not even talking about depth purposes like the Michael Jackson, Donovan Alumba, CJ Goodwins of the world. We just talk about the starting piece.
I just can't crown him yet, fam. That's all. I love the approach on everything. I really do, because we all want an aggressive D. We do. We don't want that soft defense. And I don't know that are we saying, is Jordan Lewis an aggressive press corner? I don't think so, fam. No. I could be wrong. I'm not an NFL player. I'll ask George, but I don't feel like Lewis is an aggressive press corner.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? What's your take on that? Is Jordan Lewis an aggressive press boundary corner?
I just think that what I can do is
he don't have that speed. He don't have that speed really to be that press corner. He's good. He will get after you, but his problem is this. Mm-hmm. He's not big. Okay. So a bigger receiver can muscle him. And if he doesn't get his hands on you, he doesn't have that speed. So if he doesn't get his hands on you, he's playing press, and that guy has wheels, I feel like it's a bad day for Jordan. I
actually love Jordan Lewis in zone more.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Because he
can
quick.
See things.
He's so quick to go get it.
We'll just have to pull up that 2017 tape and just look at the cons.
Yeah, I hate to do that to him because he's a rookie, right? But
he was a rookie, but he played a lot of snaps that year.
And that's all we got.
And that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna pull up that 2017 tape.
I'm gonna go look at Jordan tape.
Yeah. Just look at the 2017 tape.
I'm gonna just look at the tape this year. I mean, like I said, he had an interception. He had that great interception against Chicago. He had the fumble recovery, played out his ass against the Giants. I mean, nobody is knocking Jordan Lewis.
But the only problem is
he's the dog in the secondary.
but that's the confines of him playing in the slot opposed to him playing out there on the edge.
But I'm saying you ain't gonna be playing in the slot if you got a dude that's getting $4 million a year and you on an expiring deal. I don't see how you starting in the slot. This is about money, dollars and cents. This ain't just about playing. And if a dude is making $4 million a year, you ain't getting $4 million in the slot to sit the damn bench.
Well, right. What I'm trying to say is that right now, as of present day, who's your right cornerback?
Me personally, I right now, because they ain't moving to safety, it's Diggs and this Woozie are your corners until they move him to safety.
No way you're gonna let the rookie start over Jordan Lewis.
I don't think Jordan Lewis.
You just said you thought it was gonna be Worley.
Yeah, if they move a Woozie to safety. If they move a Woozie to set, that's not a set in stone yet. He said right now in today's real world.
No. Cheeto played left cornerback, right?
Well, left, right doesn't matter. The starting cornerbacks right now, to me, without Woozie moving to safety, is Woozie and Diggs. That's who I see as the starters. But I think reading between the tea leaves, they're moving the Woozie to safety, and I think it's going to be Diggs. And I personally think Worley will be the other guy because that's the type of guy they want. I'm serious, man. And then it's going to come down to AB and Lewis in the slot. They don't want those guys playing on the outside. Just go look at what they're doing with the team, man.
Well, we will see. We will find out. Everybody putting Diggs as the starting right cornerback. I
definitely believe he's going to be the starter.
We'll find out, man. Like old boy said.
And they were talking. Remember,
we'll find out.
People need to understand that they were talking about drafting Diggs in the first round too.
Yeah, they wasn't drafting Diggs to not play him, man. I
You know
don't
what I
believe
mean?
that.
So they
whatsoever.
had first round grade on him anyway. So they were already thinking this is our Byron Jones replacement. And you're not going to have a guy who they have a first round grade on thinking with this new staff. And you already said it before, Skywalker, time and time again with Mike McCarthy and his affinity with him drafting cornerbacks. When his cornerbacks come in, they play early.
Yeah.
McCarthy, when he draft DBs, they not
When he
sit.
draft DBs, they don't sit. They come in and play early. They damn near start.
What I
Whether
don't
you
know-
a first rounder or a third rounder.
Sean,
King.
explain what I don't know what I'm talking about here, buddy. I just want to see what he's saying. Diggs starting over Brown. All right, I bet you any amount of money that Diggs is going to be the starter. I don't care if it's right, left, whatever the hell you want to call it. He's going to be the starter on opposite.
Week 1 starter?
He's going, yeah. Well, then maybe if people think Worley might start over him, I don't know. But I think Diggs is going to be the guy.
Diggs is going to be the man.
I don't.
They drafted Diggs to be the guy. And if I think what you may be saying is Worley might take the starting spot or maybe Jordan, maybe. But Diggs is going to be on that ass, especially if he performs well. They're really going to look at him at camp. If he really performs in camp and really shows, I think that's really going to help speed up the process. But I think they're already having that mind frame of we're looking to ease him in and have him starting by midseason, that type of thing.
Yeah. But don't sleep on my dark horse, baby. Don't
have
sleep
you
on
guys?
Reggie.
Has anybody seen what Al
Reggie
Harris
Robinson?
said?
Yeah, don't sleep on Reggie.
Ready? You think he's ready? Because I feel like he's more of a project. He had a great year this past year, but I think he's more of a project.
We'll see. We'll find out, right?
Yeah, we're gonna find out. What we'll do is we'll go back and rewind this tape.
Yeah, this is the reason.
He got a long battle. He got a long uphill, but it's a battle.
He definitely do. When you got coaches saying they like really good athletes, long the type of corners that we're looking for. I'm saying it again, the type of corners that we're looking for. I'm a fan of the bigger guys. If you look at the receiver trends, they're not getting smaller, they're getting bigger and faster. 6'1", 6'1", 6'1", 6'1", 6'4". That's who they brought into this team. And y'all mean to tell me y'all think their second round pick, who happens to be an aggressive ball hawk, is going to ride the pine year one? Okay.
No.
All right.
I just don't believe that.
All right. I'm just
Because
saying.
then
This is what your coaches are saying, fam.
Because here's the thing to me if we're saying that, right? Okay, if we're saying that you drafted this guy who you had a first round grade on, right? You have him sit the bench the whole year and you let Jordan Lewis play, and then you're going to have a guy of your future and you just a guy play this whole time and then extend him. Like, that wouldn't make any sense. You didn't draft this guy. You get what I'm saying? Like, that wouldn't make any sense for you to have this guy on the bench and you playing like a Jordan Lewis. And then what if Jordan Lewis balls his ass off? He's going to want money. You get what I mean? Like, you got to get this rookie.
I want him to ball his ass
time.
off. I hope he balls his ass off if he's around.
I just feel like they want Diggs to be the guy.
I'm trying to figure out why people are saying Anthony Brown has 0 guarantees. Where are people hearing that at? Anthony Brown contract has guarantees in it.
Yeah, I don't think he would sign it.
He has $8 million guaranteed contract.
Yeah, you got guaranteed.
3 years,
money,
$15 million. $8 million of it's guaranteed. So we got to stop saying that Anthony Brown's contract is not guaranteed. It is. $8 million of it is guaranteed. Can you cut him? Sure, you can cut him.
Is that a signing bonus?
He got a $6 million signing bonus.
I wouldn't eat no $8 million. I wouldn't eat that. I'll try to figure out ways to put him out there on the field.
But you see what I'm saying, though, Law? Like, they're not drafting these guys and then signing AB and just saying, well, you know what? It's because we believe in Jordan Lewis.
Is this Hulk that keep on asking us, we want to take this bet on this 50 push-ups? What's the bet, Hulk? I'm not scared to do 50 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? What's the bet? Is this Hulk? John Matthews, this Hulk, because you got all kind of names, Hulk. What's the bet? Is if Anthony Brown, who's the bet?
I don't know who Hulk is.
I want to know what the bet is. About Anthony Brown starting in the slot.
Listen, yeah. Whoever, the best man win. I'm not rooting for neither or. I want both of them to do great. I personally think Jordan has the higher ceiling as a corner, and he's a dog. I do. But I don't know. The staff had to seen something to sign him to what they signed him to. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah, they had to see something.
John wants to bet me 50 push-ups. What's the bet, John? Is it that Diggs is not going to start?
Yeah, that's my dog Hulk Logan, dog.
All right, so
you know why I want to bet 50 push-ups? Because he eats 50 push-ups. Like he eats 50 push-ups for
Ain't that
breakfast.
the boy you want to be your bodyguard?
Yeah, that's my bodyguard. That's my bodyguard, dog.
Right,
that's
right,
my bodyguard.
right.
And I'm for real. He's my bodyguard for real. Like when we make it big, dog, I dare somebody because I'm going to smack you myself. I'm a little dude. I'm going to still smack you. But when you try to come at me, my dog Hulk going to be right behind me, going to bust your head wide over to the white man.
Hey, real rap, Hulk.
You know that.
Forget the 50 push-ups bet, man. Give me a push-up regime you do, fam. While
Just go to his Instagram, dog. He
goes to his Instagram.
Body fitness. Just go to my dog's. He go to his he right.
It's kind of equivalent to who can grow their beard the fastest, right? You know, me cutting it off and then having you guys grow it, you know.
That ain't happening over here.
It ain't happening. Like, look, let's cut our beards off.
Okay, I got to address this one time. Shout out to I Bring It with the $5 donation. Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated.
I forgot a couple hollers, too.
Yeah, I got a name out.
He says, the LSU game tells me Diggs needs to learn the first year. He is raw. We taking one game, fam?
No, that's Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase did that to everybody.
We taking one game, fam?
No, he did that to everybody. Don't say that.
We can go look at all them dudes in the first round and find one game where they got worked.
Especially that.
But like I said, Jamar Chase did that to everybody this past season, so don't use that game. Shout out to my guy Randy Fields for the $5 holler.
I missed it too, Sean, if you did type down in there with the contradictory thing, because I do want to. I do if I contradicted myself, I need to correct myself, Sean. I might have missed it when you dropped it in there, but if you can drop it right quick, I'll grab it before we get out of here. So remember, we came on here saying we ain't gonna be long.
Yeah, man, we supposed to be a 30-minute big game. James, 30 minutes.
Listen, I didn't want to just come on here and just cut y'all right quick because I was sitting in Booth and already told me. She said, I thought y'all wasn't going long.
This is what we do, man. Is we go in depth.
I thought y'all wasn't going long.
A 15-minute conversation turned to 2 hours.
You was about to get the text message.
That's right, Sean. That's not fair. LSU did that to everybody.
Hey, Skywalker, you was going to get the text message. You know what that means.
I know. Hey, dog, time to wrap it up, man.
You know, wrap it up.
You get the text message. Ding!
No, but this is why. But see, these real quick. I just gotta give the shout out though to the chat, man, because y'all the reason why we go in deeper, whether we agree or not, and that's what the beauty of it is between us three and then the universe out there. We don't have to agree on everything, but y'all give us the chance and to express ourselves and try to give it to you guys in the best way we can possible to explain how we feel about the situation. And if we don't agree, so what? We don't agree, but that's all good. It's all good.
You know what I mean? We ain't gonna get mad and fight each other, man. We some dogs over here, man.
I'd rather be talking about this football fam than somebody being suspended.
Right. We talked about a number. And that made news. A number.
Yeah, a number.
Good grief. Oh, and I just gonna try to wrap this thing up. But man, I really appreciate the love, man, from everybody, man. Channel been growing. I see more and more people are participating. Trust me, nobody's right, nobody's wrong. These are just our opinions, you know. And I'm glad that you guys came to support our opinions, to have some objectivity. And when I talk with aggressive tone, so I don't really mean it in those factions. Don't be thinking like, man, this dude talking about me. Yeah. So I just want people to understand that, just like a cat earlier today said, hey, Law, why don't you show videos while you talking? And I said, hey, man, this channel ain't for you. Keep it moving. It's not me being mad or me being, you know what I'm saying? I just talk like that. You know, why will I go out? You know what I'm saying? Why? I'm not trying to kiss you, you know. I'm just trying to let you know this is the real, raw, uncut flavor that we're going to deliver. Us three brothers together talking about this stuff. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to James Black. Man. Shout out to Buddha over here on Facebook.
Shout out to Sean, man.
Sean over there.
Sean, stay on me, man. I want y'all to stay on us, man. Period.
I'm watching this Cowboys. I'm watching this Cowboys Packers game with Jason Garrett.
Oh my goodness, we're glad you.
I will not watch the Cowboys Packers game.
And Tyler, really appreciate you, Vaughn from Shreveport. Man, Freddie, I think that's how you say your name. Todd Price, Locks, man, what's good? Akeem, really appreciate you. Who else I need?
Can you read?
Akeem, I cannot believe it.
Don't do it.
Shout out to Sip the Truth. All of you guys, Sheila, thank you for holding it down.
Shout out to Facebook.
One of the mods over here. Who else? Sloan. Thank you for holding it down. Thank those. I got to give my my shout outs, man, for the donation to help grow the nation. I bring it. He said, Skywalker, you tell me that Byron Jones is a shutdown left side corner.
Hell yeah.
Interception. And
Yes.
then Brandon Newkirk, $5.95 for Live Like 85, baby. Really appreciate you, man. He says, how do we feel about our linebackers? I feel that Luke Gifford will do something. Remember LVE, and shout out to Brandon Griffin. Really appreciate you for the $1.99 for your mind. Really appreciate it, man. Thank everybody, man, for tuning in to my side of the nation. Don't forget to hit me up on Facebook, MySpace, Black Planet, Twitter, Twitch, and is it Twitch? Yeah, Twitch.
Twitch, bro.
Instagram. Where else I'm at? Roku. Hit me up on Roku. Amazon. Your nation is on Amazon. Hit me up there. And I think I'm on Law Nations 2.0 multiple I guess platforms on YouTube as well. So I really appreciate you all. Appreciate it. Y'all
Absolutely,
can have
man.
the flow now.
Absolutely. Nah, man.
Don't be leaving before the benediction. Y'all stay put.
I can't even, because I got all the chats on, I can't even, man. It's all y'all, man. Just straight up, man. Appreciate all y'all and all the donations today and the new members of the channel today. Any members that are on, just hit me up so I can get you your icons, man. Appreciate that a whole lot. Y'all the best, for real, man. I get on here, we decide we want to talk about something for maybe 30 minutes, and then we go because we don't just have crazy fans in our chats, believe it or not. We got some smart fans in there, and you ain't gotta be a rocket scientist to be smart, but y'all know what y'all talking about. Whether we agree or we don't disagree, a lot of y'all know what y'all talking about, and that's why I like to engage with y'all. So thank you, man, for all the donations, for checking us out, following, subscribing, and liking the channel. Don't know when the next time we're gonna have Q. That'll be something we'll have to talk to Big Game about. Next week, though, look out for a guest. I don't want to schedule it because you never know what's going to happen during this COVID.
We don't want to hex it, but
right. But I'm just saying we may have George Loco on again.
Patrick Khan Sunday too.
Oh, Patrick is on Sunday. Patrick Khan Sunday. Well, I didn't put
talk to your girl. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, Sunday's cool. I'm talking about for George.
Oh, okay.
I'll have George next week. I just don't know the exact date. We do have a day, but I'm just gonna give it a couple days. You never know, man, with this situation. But George Loco may be back on the show, giving us his thoughts on the secondary. So there you go. We've been talking about the secondary all night. He'll be on here to talk about it.
And then we're gonna do a round table with all three of us and Jeff Kavanaugh. Talk to Jeff again.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get that popping with Jeff Kavanaugh, get his thoughts. I know y'all watch him and on the 105, and we've already had him on a few times already. I've had him on my show, and we had him on. So we're gonna pick his brain and have a good little time. But I want to give a few shout outs before I highlight my peoples. Shout out to my guy Muggs Maxwell today, one of my BGJ Deluxe members. Shout out to Cody Red for the $2 holla. John Jones, Corey Dickens, Thurston Howe III. Pick and Pop, who became a new member, Cowboys Marty, and Nintendo's Tapes, and
hey, Sean,
I think Legis. I don't know,
man.
But hey, I appreciate everybody, and once again, I love y'all, and you know where to find me at. Who?
I gotta get.
Oh,
Toby's
Randy
man.
too. Shout out Randy for the $5.
Toby asked all of us, Will, James, Law, how do we make donations to the nation from Facebook chat? I didn't have up the snap. I gotta start putting up the Cash App.
Just Cash App.
But I gotta start
right
putting
there.
it up on.
You
I'm
see it right there. Help grow the nation.
No, it's not on there. That's what I'm saying.
I just posted in the feed. It should be on the
I'll post in the feed right now.
Okay. Yeah, Cash App, Big Game James 72. Skywalker's is Chill Will 1026, and then Law is Law's Nation, right?
Yeah. Shout out Robin from Brownsville. What up, Robin?
All right, man.
And Patreon. Y'all hit up my Patreon as well. I'm everywhere, baby.
Yeah. OnlyFans, all that, fam.
Oh, OnlyFans.
It would not shock me if Law come on to my some. And you remember, you can find me on Amazon, OnlyFans, Black Planet, MySpace. I'm like, whoa, wait, what? Run that back. OnlyFans, fam.
Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session.
Hey, let me give
on that note, we don't need no Law Nation Film Session on OnlyFans.
I gotta give my shout out. Hold on, I gotta give a shout out. I got a new Biggie level member just became on right now. Justin, is it Crotcha? I
Gotcha.
hope that's right. But Justin's been banging with us for the last week or so. He's been going hard. So shout out to you, Justin. You'll be getting your gift. Are you gonna do that tonight, Boo Thing? Because I got
Yes,
all right.
Jeff was 40.
Maybe she gonna do it tonight. If she don't do it tonight, she gonna do. I'd rather you do it tonight, Boo Thing. No, I know it's late, but
Thanks,
you will
I'll bring
get your gift ASAP. All right. I love y'all.
Thanks, I bring it. He said, love the chat. Y'all stay breezy. Great content. Appreciate it, man. That's all we trying to do is put out some really good content, man.
It says is that a blunt I got there? Man, y'all know what the hell that is.
This is brought to you by
Y'all know what the hell it is.
Let's go.
Cigarillos.
Those
Swisher Sweets.
Cigarillos. Y'all know what that is.
People like Backwoods, too.
Hey,
I
Cigarillo,
ain't that big a fan.
reach out to us now.
Yeah,
hey,
we just gave
Cigarillo.
him that free. We just gave him that free.
Yeah,
free, man.
yeah.
Appreciate you guys, man. Love y'all.
Lieutenant,
Y'all keep
Lieutenant
rocking
Kennedy.
out. Stay safe. Have a great night. Tomorrow's Friday, y'all.
Yeah,
Happy Friday, man.
let's go.